The quest for a second straight district championship begins tonight as Grayson County hosts the Mustangs of Moore in their first home game in about a month. The orange and blue enter winners of their last two games, while the Stangs come in with fresh legs after a week off. Repeat is on the mind for the Cougs, and a win only brings that step closer. And a good evening and welcome in the broadcast booth for tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. Sam Gormley and the Cougar legend, right? Jake Clemens.
I don't know about legend. That's probably a little too much credit there. But so happy to join you tonight, Sam. This has been a long time coming for me, and I'm just excited. I told you earlier I got some game day butterflies. I'm looking forward to it, and this is a big game tonight.
It's been, 15 years since you've had game day butterflies?
Yes. Thanks for aging me there for everyone at home and listening on the radio.
Grayson County, though, you mentioned it. This is a big game today because it's the opportunity to go 1-0. 1-0. It doesn't sound like much, but it is.
It is. This is huge, and this is one thing Coach Jones just reiterated to the guys yesterday at practice. Stay in the driver's seat of your destiny, and a win tonight does that. If not, then you get into all of that toss-up of what could happen. If they take care of business tonight, that's what we want to see, and they can stay in that driver's seat. So.
Grayson County enters with a 3-1 record following a 35-29 win against Butler County last week. Cougars 9-4 all-time against teams from Jefferson County, including 3-0 last season. Last season, only 12 of the 96 teams that opened the year 0-1 went on to host a home playoff game. On the other side, Louisville Moore enters with coming off a bye with a 2-1 record. They've defeated Shawnee and Wagner and lost to Frankfort. The Mustangs, though, were one of those aforementioned 12 teams. Coming up on the Locker Room Show, brought to you by Hometown Hangouts, we will break down both of these teams, talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones, and have Clemens Keys.
Hey, there we go.
That comes up and more right here on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are getting ready to take on the Moore Mustangs. Sam and Jake with you. And Jake, this Moore team, when you look at it, speed. They're
Exactly.
a very athletic football team.
Right. Yeah, so many athletes at different positions, outside, and then they got a couple good running backs, a quarterback. Speed, as you said it.
Keon Johnson is the main quarterback, 17 of 26 passing, 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. Johnson, though, we mentioned he has got some speed in the backfield, but the carry-wise and statistics, 9 carries for negative 22 yards, a lot of sacks has been the issue for Moore this year. Javis Wallace, who, if you remember, started against Grayson County last year when the Cougars took on Moore in Louisville. He's 5 of 14 for 50 yards. Maddox Knuckles is the Ballard transfer. He will be the starting running back, 36 carries for 296 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wallace, though, is their yes guy, is the guy where he'll go back, he'll throw the ball.
Yep.
He will run it 22 times for 148 yards, and then he'll go back and catch passes for 6 catches for 89 yards. And, Jake, that's really hard when he can do literally anything.
Right. That makes it hard. It makes it hard game planning, and it just for your defense, Coach Embry is just going to reiterate to those guys that you've got to be on your toes every play and watch him. They could run toss. There's just a lot of things you can do, and you really have to keep an eye on that guy.
Tristan Jackson is the favorite target of the quarterback. 7 grabs, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I might not be a football expert, but when you average 22.7 yards per catch, that'll get it done.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that, I know that they've talked about in practice this week is making sure you know where he's at on the field because they can throw it up anytime. It's like I mentioned earlier, they're one play away from a touchdown if that guy gets the ball.
Martin Hines, 3 catches for 55 yards as well. On the other side, the defense allowing only 12 points per game. They've allowed 2 points in their 2 wins, and they've allowed 34 in their lone loss. It's not rocket science. If the defense comes out, they've got a shot.
Exactly.
Because they can score with anyone. Allowing 75 yards on the ground, 84 through the air. And then they do have a kicker. Yosef Alukabi is the kicker. He's a soccer kid. So you never really know as to what kind of leg a kid like that could have.
Exactly.
Grayson County, big win last week. We'll take a break, introduce you to them after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back into the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show here on K105 as we're getting you ready for Grayson County and more. Make sure to stop into Hometown Hangout on your way to every Grayson County games. They have happy hour from 2 to 6, and I heard they even play the games on the big screens there, which is, I mean, listen, the people want to see our faces while they're eating dinner.
Yours. I think they've got a custom to yours. Maybe.
See, luckily, I have the face made for radio, and we've added a camera to it, which I'm sorry if you're having to see my face while you're eating a delicious meal at Hometown Hangouts. Right. Colby Chafin's the starting quarterback for Grayson County, 28 of 47, 427 yards. But last week, and it wasn't just him, I mean, when you combine as a team to rush for over 400 yards against Butler County, And it probably, if you're asking Morgantown, it probably feels like they gave up 900 yards because they had no answer for the Grayson County rushing attack.
No, they didn't. And that was the thing. So many lanes were opening up, and Caden is such a good running back. There's a few cutbacks he had that were awesome, and Colby did a great job as well.
Caden Hanshaw last week, 231 rushing yards and a pair of touchdowns. It was the most rushing yards he's had in a game in his career, and the third time he's passed the 200-yard mark in his career. The other times, Breckenridge County last year and Butler County. So he is probably going to be in the nightmares of Bear fans for these next couple of years. Grayson Chaffins is the leading receiver, 17 catches, 215 yards for the Cougars, and he's just turned in a really good season.
He really has. He's that guy that Colby can just take a few steps back, and he knows he's got Grayson out there on the edge, if he needs him on a third down or something quick to get a drive going. And I love that. I love they got that connection.
Defense, 11.3 points per game. Last week, though, 29 points allowed. Most points allowed in a win since 2021 against McLean County, and it was,
That was tough.
I don't know
That's
the
all
other
you
way
can
to
say.
describe it.
Yeah, that was a game I was watching from home, watching the broadcast, and that was one of those things. We couldn't stop them. They got lucky a few times, and they had some guys sneak behind us in coverage, and that's one thing that kind of worries me about tonight, and I think Coach Jones might make an emphasis on is really making sure that those DBs are ready.
Because you never know when that might come up. Speaking of Coach Jones, take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. It's Cougar Football on K105.
Are you? Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Success is what you make it.
Cougar Football on K.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Worley now joined by Coach Brian Jones of the Grayson County Cougars. Coach, interesting game last week against Butler County. When you got a chance to go back and watch, what were your takeaways?
I felt like offensively we did a lot of really nice things, 400-plus yards rushing, close to a 500-yard total night for us, which, you look on that and you're really excited about those things. And then you flip off on the other side of it, and we gave up 400-plus yards of offense, and really were susceptible on the outside, and had some pass rush and some coverage issues, and so it was kind of a mixed emotions, I would say, between the two sides of the ball and kind of how we played. But ultimately, we're happy and excited to get the W against a rival, and I think it was probably good for us to be exposed in some of those things where we struggled going into district play, so we can try to get them fixed.
You led pretty much right into my next question on the defense specifically. I don't know if it was a reality check or something, but you look at the first couple of games of the season, the defense, statistically, you see the most important stat is points, and they hadn't given up a lot of them. On Friday, Butler County scores 29 points. They move the ball really at will. How can a bad game be a good thing?
Well, I think, again, I think it goes back to kind of showing you where you have some deficiencies and things that you need to work on to improve. I think it also made us reflect on personnel. Do we have people in the right place for them to be successful and for us to be successful? Scheme. I think all those things in a game like that, you start to look at those things and say, are these things right? Are we in the right scheme? Do we have the right people? And then, what do we need to be teaching those people for them to play better? And so, we've made a few changes this week, and personnel and scheme and different things like that. And so, hopefully it wasn't too much of a knee-jerk reaction after a not-so-good game on the defense side of the ball. And, hopefully it's all positive for us, and you see – And so hopefully all those things kind of get back on track this week.
We talked last week about routine for your team, but what about for you specifically as a coach? When do you switch from watching, like this week, when did you switch from watching Butler County film to Moore film, or does it all mesh together? How has that process looked for you, and how has that evolved since you were a head coach back when you started in 2010?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, some of it starts to run together. As we get late in the week and the game plan's kind of pretty much set in stone, I kind of quit watching as much of our current opponent and really do start to get an initial feel for what we may see the next week and sometimes the next couple of weeks. And it's just a real general put it on and, what are they in defensively? Is it an even front or is it an odd front? And those kind of things to see what kind of carryover we may have. When you see the same even or odd front multiple weeks in a row, a lot of times, plays work this week, they'll work next week kind of deal. And so just a general feel like that, and then it really is a switch over, Saturday morning. Friday night we'll still review this game and everything. And over the weekend I'll still watch our current game back once or twice more, but really the focus switches, once Friday night's over to the next opponent and preparing for what they are going to present for us. And because everybody's even, a little different, even though it may be even front to even front, Butler to Moore is quite different as far as personnel and who their playmakers are and different things like that. So, we start to look at that real heavy over the weekend once Friday night's game's over.
In a lot of ways, I'm sure that's kind of fun. In some instances, getting to be able to switch that up. Last season, 96 teams got to host a home playoff game in round one. Only 12 of those teams started off 0-1 in district play. Is there what is the mentality that 1-0 can breed? Although one of those 0-1 teams, though, was Moore.
I think 1-0 just puts you in the driver's seat and gives you the ability to continue to control your own destiny. And I think that's most important is we don't want to rely on somebody else or needing somebody else to win a game or, and get into all the mathematic formulas of how you can host and how you can win a district and all these other things. So, you win the first one, you also win yourself the ability to stay and control your own destiny. And so that's what we want. That's what we were able to do last season is, each week we were able to continue to win and control our own fate. And, and that's ultimately what we want here. And things just are a lot different if you can start off with a win rather than start off 0-1.
If we're being honest, Moore is more athletic than you. They're faster, they're quicker. How do you combat that?
I think you have to be sound fundamentally. You have to do your job. They are faster than us. They were faster than us last year, but, Caden Hanshaw ran one on about 75 yards last year down to the 5. And so, I think we can still get big explosive plays on them. And we'll have to use their speed and aggressiveness against them some. I think some misdirection on the offense side of the ball. But the big thing is being fundamental on the defense side of the ball. And when you get close to a guy, you got to get him tackled. Missed tackles can be extremely detrimental, and not giving up contain and different things like that. For your position, if you're an outside in guy, play outside in. If you're an inside out guy, then play inside out and get as many orange hats as we can to the football and get guys on the ground. Don't give up the big explosive plays to them and make them drive the field. A lot of times athletic teams live on big plays, and so we want to try to minimize those as much as possible.
I know after this game last year offensively, you mentioned in the post game that what you ended up doing in the second half and most of that game you didn't think was actually going to work. You had to kind of mold your game plan. What is the game plan to move the ball hopefully tonight against this Moore team?
This week we really tried to just focus in on what we've done well over the last few weeks. We're always going to be a run-first team and trying to find a way to establish the run early, whether that's out of the eye or out of the shotgun. We'll kind of feel that out as we go. But, last year I thought, getting in the power eye and playing power football was going to be a benefit to us because of their athleticism, and really our normal shotgun and eye and those kind of things, our normal offense ended up being the best thing. And so this year going into it, we've thought, let's just get better at what we do well and continue to try to progress there. And so you'll see, normal Grayson County Cougar offense and a little bit of eye and some option game, and then some 3 and 4 wide, and try to spread people out a little bit and to run it, but also the quick pass game and stuff as well.
Coach, good luck. More comes up in the locker room show after this.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School for Grayson County and Moore. We're just about 6 or 7 minutes away, and it's now time for the first ever Clemens Keys. I guess, is that what we're going with?
I think that's fine. It has some alliteration there, although they're different letters. That's okay.
It's the sound, right?
It is.
So what are your keys to the game? Keys for Grayson County to win tonight against Moore.
All right, number one is to set the edge on defense, and that was something that we got to see last week, was an issue for us. And one thing that I really want to see our defense do is set the edge. We can't let these guys run all over us. Number two, we're looking at, I want to see the offense set the tone early, running the ball. I think that's going to be crucial in this game. I think Caden is primed to have another great game. And the last thing, take care of the ball. We do those three things, I think we could win and walk away with a big victory. I do.
Grayson County and Moore getting closer to getting underway. The captains are on the field. The coin toss is next, which means we got to get to one more break. And the play-by-play of the district opener between Grayson County and Moore is next on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
camping, buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive. If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
And Louisville Moore getting ready to get underway. Sam Gormley and Jake Clemens with you here today. Jake, I forgot to open up our window until just a second ago. We had to get a little. We got this nice air conditioning back here.
I know, this is so nice. It
but
is.
I feel like we have to feel the atmosphere.
We got to feel it. You got to get game ready.
Grayson County still's not taken to the field yet. Moore won the toss and deferred, so the Cougars will start with the football as Grayson County is down to the right, about to take the field. As today's game is in fact, the Cougars are coming out right now. Today's game is the Cancer Awareness Day, as the team is going to be wearing. In fact, here, we'll pop down and show on, well, we'll show really quickly on camera to us. Teams are wearing these wristbands.
Yeah, wristbands.
Now we'll cut back to the team running onto the field. Today, for cancer awareness, primarily leukemia, and today they are raising money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Of course, Cincinnati Children's has a special place in my heart as well, because without Cincinnati Children's, I might not have a little brother.
Wow.
So he was taken there as a newborn, and he also broke his arm at one point, and he had to go there as well. I don't think I ever had to go, though, so it was just him. He was the problem child.
That's good. Yeah, great calls, great calls.
Great calls. So they're raising money today, and the Cougars are wearing orange wristbands or white wristbands and orange socks in honor of that today. And then you'll see on the field that there are orange ribbons painted. We're going to talk more about some of the stuff on the field, though, a little bit later on, because there was something cool that Grayson County has added to their technology. We'll say that. And it's something that I'm going to ask Coach Jones to let me play with, but he is smart, Jake, and he's not going to let me anywhere near it because I would have way too much fun.
Yeah, I think I would too, yes.
Grayson County going to get the football first as we are about ready to roll, as it's time for football in Litchfield. Louisville Moore to kick from left to right. Back deep to return for Grayson County. You've got Jet Hawkins and Grayson Chaffins. The kick coming from the Mustangs. A high spinning kick. It's going to be caught back by Chaffins at the 10-yard line. Going to take it right up the middle as he crosses the 20, 35. And that's where he's dropped as he gets to the 30-yard line. First down and 10 coming up for Grayson County. Colby Chafin's the starting quarterback, 28 of 47, 427 yards, and 3 touchdowns to go along with a pair of interceptions. He's rushed it 43 times for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns as well. It was the running game last week for Grayson County. Over 400 yards rushing in a win against Butler County. Cougars will have it officially on their own 31-yard line. We'll have a shotgun formation for Chafin's. Hanshaw originally was going to line up to his left. Instead, we'll switch to his right. You got wide receivers on each side. Chafin's to pass, steps up in the pocket looking to run, and he's dropped as he crosses the line of scrimmage. One of the defensive ends came up in contain and brings him down after Chafin's picks up about 2 yards.
Yeah, Sam, that looked like something that was designed. I think they may have seen something on film this week that they thought they could get Chafin's up the middle there, in a design quarterback draw. Good first play, 3 or 4 yards there. We'll take it.
It'll bring up second down and 7 for Grayson County from their own 34-yard line. Cougars working from right to left, wearing the all orange jerseys, white numerals, and the navy blue helmets. High snap, direct snap. Yep, going to Hanshaw as he comes across this near side. He's hit at the 35. Nice tackle coming down low to make it was Jordan Watkins after Hanshaw only picked up 2 yards up to the 36. That's the first Wildcat we've seen this season, as Mudd was the other back. And really, it's a gain of only 1 yard as it goes to the 35. Originally, the near side judge gave him to the 36, but they changed their mind. That's going to bring up third down and 5. Interesting going Wildcat early.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, Sam. And then you get yourself in a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 here, and let's see if we get a rollout pass, maybe something to that right side, wide side of the field here.
You've got trips to the right side, one here to the near side. That's Shane Hall. In the gun goes Chafin's. He'll fake the handoff to Hanshaw. Goes over the middle. It's intercepted by Moore. One of the defensive linemen comes up and grabs it. That's the starting quarterback, Keon Johnson. It's intercepted, and Moore's going to have great field position to start here in the first quarter.
Yeah, rough start there, Sam. That looked like a definitely design play action there, that token fake that he gave up the middle and tried to squeeze it in, and that linebacker was right there, picked that pass off. Definitely going to have to get our heads up and play some strong defense here.
As Kaler would say a lot last year, these are now the firefighters, the defense. There is a fire. They're now being called in to put the fire out. Right. Keon Johnson, the starting quarterback for Moore, 17 of 26 passing, 316 yards. Their main running back, though, is Maddox Knuckles, the Ballard transfer, 36 carries for just shy of 300 yards for Moore. They were off last week. They did not play. And this is this formation that we were talking about with Coach Jones. The only way I can describe it is the pistol eye.
Right. Tough to defend.
And we have motion coming. Tristan Brooks jumps off sides. Was he drawn off?
No, encroachment, far side.
Dead ball it is. Offsides called against Tristan Brooks, who jumped through. I didn't know maybe if he was drawn off by some movement on that offensive line, but what this formation is you've got the quarterback Johnson with 2 running backs lined up behind him, but he is in the shotgun formation.
Yeah, he is.
And now we have a penalty called, and I think we're going to go back the other way. No, another encroachment called against Grayson County.
Wow.
Not a good start at all for the orange and blue. They have a interception on their 3rd play of the game, and then back-to-back penalties on defense. First down and 10 for Moore on the Grayson County 22-yard line. Handoff Knuckles. He bounced it outside to the left side, gets around the edge. 10-5, touchdown Moore. 22-yard touchdown run by Maddox Knuckles, and the Mustangs strike first and lead 6-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sam, that's one of the things that we talked about. These guys have the speed. That was designed to go off tackle, and that running back just bounced outside, and we didn't have anybody home. And easy score. He just kind of walked in for that one. So definitely something we didn't want to see this as the start, but we got to turn things around here.
Yosef Alukabi is on to attempt the extra point, 6 of 9 on PATs. Keon Johnson is the holder, shifting some blockers for this PAT attempt. The right-footed kicker, high snap, and we're going to have a penalty thrown. And I He's talking to the holder. Is it a false start? The head official threw.
What?
I don't know what he did, Jake.
No signal there either.
He went and he was putting his hands on the head, which means loss of downs. And then he put the flag back into his pocket. He's saying something to Keon Johnson. Is there an equipment issue?
There must be. He's pointing to him, and he had to run off of the field. They've got another place kick holder here.
And this is the Reggie Palmer, who will now be holding this kick for Alukabi. Good snap, good hold. It's long enough. And Moore takes a 7-0 lead. 10:08 left first quarter. Mustangs lead 7-0. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The kickoff is picked up on the bounce by Jet Hawkins, who breaks through up to the 40-yard line, showing off what his first name is of Jet, and has a return of about 30 yards. Grayson County trails 7-0, 10:02 left in the first quarter, but sometimes when the game's not going well, you just need a spark, Jake. And
exactly.
That could be a spark.
That could be. That was a great return there. He was able to find a seam. It looked like he had a chance to take that one back, but that might be the juice that we need to get things rolling here.
10:02 left first quarter. Jet Hawkins takes the return up to the 44-yard line of Grayson County. Cougars ran on their first two plays, picked up 5 yards, and then threw an interception on an RPO. We have a whistle blown, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Moore on the far side of the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you right now a video of one of the newest additions to Grayson County High School's team. And it is, if you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions, it is a field painting robot. So they've hired this robot, is the best way to put it. And what it does is it can be programmed in an app to paint the field. And that's what happened here tonight. It painted, you will see if you're watching, these ribbons that are on the field. This thing is the GPS that it connects with, and it connects with like Google Earth to where Coach Jones can draw designs on the field. It is incredibly cool.
It is. That is awesome. I told him it was a great investment. I think it's awesome.
And as you can see here, it's just moving, and I would have way too much fun. Way too much fun if you would let me play with that.
I think I would too.
First down and 10 for Grayson County after the Moore timeouts. Fullback dive up the middle for Ethan Mudd. It'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. Positive run for the junior Mudd.
Right, Sam. I think what Coach Jones, just getting back to the bread and butter right there, we could see that was an option play straight up the middle there. And I think that's kind of what he's going to want to do. Let's just slow things down a little bit, play our football, and establish this run.
Second down and 6 will come up for Grayson County. Kaler gave the nickname to Hanshaw Mudd last year of Thunder and Lightning. That was a thunder run from Ethan Mudd.
Yeah, that's great. Those are two great nicknames.
Man shifts in motion. That's Cornwell from the right side to the left side of the line. Kept by Chaffins on the triple option. Comes across this near side as he crosses the 50. Dives near the first down marker. It'll depend on the spot. And it's going to be very, very close. And looks like maybe half a yard. It's down to the 47. He needed to get to the 46.
Yeah, great read by Chaffins there. They took the dive, and that opened up that seam right there off tackle for him to get up in that hole and get a good gain right there.
That play worked to perfection last week against Butler County.
It did. And I think it's working right now. I could see us going right back there.
In the eye, we'll go Grayson County. 3rd down and 1 from the Moore 47. Cornwell shifts from the left side to the right side of the line. They'll give it to Mudd. Right side, he's got the first down and a couple of more as he scurries down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, great play there. That kind of looked like a trap play to me. It was wide open, and it just enough for that first down. And great play call there by Jones.
Tristan Jackson in on the tackle for the Mustangs. And it's one of those things that, you gain 4 there. You gain 4 yards every single rush. That's a touchdown.
That's it. That's Cougar football. That and, with Chaffins and that Chaffins connection, they've been able to kind of open up the passing game a little bit too. But that's what we're known for, is that run play.
7-0 Moore leads. 8.5 minutes left first quarter. Moore shifting the defense. Give to Hanshaw, right side. He breaks through to the 40-yard line, tries to get outside before being drugged down by a couple of Mustang tacklers.
Great run there. That was one of the things that we talked about a little bit before air, was Hanshaw's added a little bit of size there. You could see, man, he was really pushing for a couple extra yards there, and that can make all the difference. Now you're at 2nd and 5. You can open up the playbook. We'll probably keep it on the ground, but a lot of possibilities here.
He gains 5. Chaffins has gone to the air once, and he threw an interception on what was a good play made by the quarterback, Keon Johnson, the quarterback on the other side, his counterpart. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for Grayson County. Going back to the eye, Cornwell shifts from the right side to the left side of the line as sort of a tight end of sorts. Run again, Mudd. He bounces to the 35-yard line, drags tacklers as he crosses the 20, but the ball comes out. It's still loose, and Moore's got it.
Wow, that's definitely unfortunate there. Trying to pick up a few extra yards, got the ball ripped out. Chaffin's trying to pick that up.
2 drives for Grayson County. 2 turnovers, and Moore is going to get the football now placed on their own 21-yard line. Their first drive, it took them 10 seconds to score a touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown run by Knuckles. They were gifted 10 yards right at the start on back-to-back encroachments.
Right. This is big here, Sam. This is something to where we've really got to watch. I could see them going for a shot play here.
Especially because they've got good size of their wide receivers and players like Tristan Jackson and Martin Hines, good size as the wide receivers.
Yeah, and a lot of times you see coaches do that. You get a turnover, and then you look for a shot play, and that might be one of the things that we see here. So our DB's got to be ready.
They go back to this pistol eye formation, and we had some movement on Moore.
Exactly, yeah.
I believe that's going to be called on the tight end, who is a number 30, who they wouldn't give me a roster until about 3 hours ago, Jake, and there's no number 30 on this roster that they didn't want to give me.
That was one of those late additions, maybe.
Something like that, I guess. Back to the 16-yard line. It'll bring up 1st down and 15. That's the only thing I'm going to say about it, I promise.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
Probably not. I'm probably 7:27 left first quarter. Moore leads 7-0. 1st down and 15. Johnson is the quarterback. 2 running backs behind him. The deep back is Maddox Knuckles, who already has the 22-yard rushing touchdown. Mustangs very slow moving. They'll give it to Knuckles up the middle as he hits the 20-yard line, and that's where he's dropped by the Grayson County defense as Jimmy Lear was in on the tackle. Pickup of about 4 yards.
Great play by our defense there again. And Sam, I can't figure out what their quarterback is doing. It's like he's running a hard count every time, and I don't know if they pick something up on us or if that's just his cadence. And but he's definitely there's some awkward movement. That looked like they moved a little bit before we did. I think there could have been a false start there too.
Mikhail McKay is the head coach for Moore. Played college football at Arkansas before traveling to Cincinnati. It's on practice squads for the Colts, Jags, Broncos, Titans, Bears, and Cowboys. He also played for the Commanders of the AAF, the Guardians of the XFL, and Winnipeg of the CFL.
Wow, you got a lot of experience there.
2012 graduate of Moore High School. 6.5 left first quarter. This is a true pistol formation, kept by Johnson. He'll pitch it near side. That's to Wallace, who sidesteps out of bounds as he hits maybe up to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, great play there. Jet Hawkins played that well. He came in and took that pitch man And that's exactly what you want to do on the option, Sam. And that's one of the things that always gave us trouble back when I played it. If you put a hat on a hat and you don't have anywhere to go, that's what shuts that option down. So great to see that early on.
3rd down and 9 from their own 22-yard line. This is after Grayson County fumbled on their last drive. They've had 2 drives. Grayson County has. Both have ended in turnovers, an interception and a fumble. 3rd and 9. It's a big play for this defense.
Big play. I'm going to say all verts here, Sam. That was one of the things that we picked up on film and you talked about last week.
Man shifts in motion from the near side to the far side of the line. Johnson, 2 pass. He looks. He's looking up the near sideline. 1-on-1, and it is overthrown. Looking for Tristan Jackson down the near side. Jet Hawkins in there on coverage, and he overthrew him by about 5 yards.
Great coverage by Jet Hawkins there. They sent that guy in motion, and then they came backside. They wanted to do that one-on-one, and felt like they had the advantage, and Jet really did a great job there.
4th and 9. We've not seen any personnel. Now here comes maybe some personnel shifts to punt. I don't know that I would go for this in this scenario, especially because, your defense has been playing well because Grayson County's made mistakes.
Exactly.
Now, you made a good play.
Right.
And they are going to punt. And standing back at his own 37-yard line is Grayson Chaffins. Alucati is the punter. And we're going to have a whistle blown. I think this might be delay a game. Too many men on the field called against Moore. And they are confused, I think is a good way to describe it early on.
Right. I think so, too. They're having some personnel issues and getting men on and off the field. And maybe that was. I don't mean to reference that roster again, but maybe there's some shifting around. But it seems like they're having some issues early.
4th and 14 now. Now, if you're Grayson, you're going to get good field position here.
Right.
Maybe you can get a good return. Low snap, comes away. Hanshaw almost blocks it. He took a heck of a hit.
Right.
And it takes a massive Grayson County bounce at the 40-yard line, rolls all the way back to the Moore 30. Hanshaw a little slow to get up. He jumped in the air to block it, and when he did, one of the up-backs blocking for the punter blocked him.
Yeah, right. That was kind of a weird play. I don't know that I've seen one like that. And in high school sports, it seems like that almost could have been a blindside block.
A 9-yard punt for Moore. Grayson County's going to have it. 5:37 left first quarter on the Moore 31-yard line. 2 turnovers have ended the first 2 drives for Grayson County. Pitch near side Hanshaw. Blocker in front as he hits the 30-yard line. 25, runs into a Moore tackler, tries to keep the legs moving, and that's where he's going to be dropped. Brought down on the play by Moore's Jordan Watkins. He'll carry it down to the 25-yard line, 6 yards.
Great run there by Hanshaw. As we talked about, you're ahead of the sticks here, and that's what we want to do. Now just take care of the ball. We've had success running. We were establishing a pretty good drive there, that drive before. We just got to take care of the ball.
7-0 Moore leads, 5 minutes left first quarter. Back to the eye. Ethan Mudd, the fullback, Hanshaw, the deep back, kept by Chaffins. He comes across this near side, hits the 20-yard line, carries blockers as he gets down to the 15 before being shoved out of bounds. Right at that 15-yard line, Chaffins gets 10. Move the chains, first down Cougs.
Yeah, that was that same option play. Looks like we might maybe hurrying up. I love it.
In fact, it's actually a gain of 11 down to the 14-yard line. Hurry up offense for Grayson County. Trips to the right side, one to the near side. Chaffins on the give, gives it to kept by Chaffins, fakes the pass, now he's going, he spins, he's hit very hard. Little slow to get up. There's a penalty flag thrown from the umpire well behind the play, and maybe an eligible man downfield?
It could have been, that was an RPO there. It looked like a setup where Chaffins had the option to throw that little route outside, little swing pass, and also had the option to run there.
He has down to the 9, so he's gotten 5, but there is a penalty flag on the play, and the Grayson County offense is moving in the wrong direction, which probably means they're guilty. Well, now they're picking the flag up. Here comes, no, is the call coming? I don't know. Now they're talking some more. Holding called against Grayson County. And they're asking Mikhail McKay if he wants to accept it. I mean, would you want it? I guess it would be 2nd and 14 or 3rd and 2. I mean,
I don't know why that would. I mean, that's one you never really see declined if the offense moves the ball well on you on 1st down. So behind the chains here, let's see what we can do, Sam. You know, I think if we get something outside with Hanshaw.
It is 1st and 15.
But you're right, Chaffins did take a hard hit there. You know, that was one hit, trying to do a spin move and took one right to the rib cage.
Been a couple big hits in this game. Hanshaw just got hit hard.
Right.
1st and 15. Hanshaw to the left of Chaffins, 2 wide receivers on each side. Ethan Mudd in the slot. He had a 50-yard catch and run last week. Chaffins to pass. Sets up the screen for Hanshaw. Caught in the massive bodies, and he's dropped no gain on the play.
Yeah, Sam, that was something that you could see that Louisville Moore probably picked up. It didn't, look like anybody on their defensive line or their linebackers rushed through, and maybe something that they noticed on film that we like to set up that little screenplay there with Hanshaw. They were all over that.
4:15 left, 1st quarter, 7-0 Moore leads. Interesting to see what your play call is here. I think you got to try and get Hanshaw out wide.
Yeah, I think so too. He's lined up here to the left. We got trips to the left, so maybe a swing pass out here.
Chaffins rolls out near side, eyes up to pass. He will throw it off into the flat, and it's incomplete. I think he was looking for Grayson Chaffins and threw it really into the middle of no man's land, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, just some miscommunication there. Chaffins had looked like he'd set up right in the middle of an open spot. Looked like they were running a little bit of a zone over here, and he had set up, but that ball by Colby rather was just off target. So that's hard for a quarterback rolling to the left. If you're a right-handed guy, setting your feet, especially early on in the game, if you haven't really got the feel yet and got your feet under you, so to speak.
See, I don't know why you complain. See, for me, that's the easiest as a lefty. That's the easiest throw to make. I'm rolling to my side there.
If you're left, you're rolling out. You love that side. So big down here.
3rd and long. Maybe 4-down territory, but Grayson County does have a good kicker in Evan Hasty as well. Trips down here to the near side. Kept by Chaffins. Far side run. He's got blockers in front of him. Bounces it at the 30. Spin move. And he's down. Oh, he keeps moving. He ends up, the tackler drags him over near that 1st down marker.
Sam, I think we got to go for it here.
Let's see the spot. It is going to be 4th down and maybe 1.5. You're saying go for it.
I'm saying go for it. I think this is the thing. They have yet to really shut down the run. And I think this is something that, you get Hanshaw off tackle right here. And I think we pick it up. Honestly, I think if we get Hanshaw off tackle, he is so good down here in the red zone that he could punch one in right here. So
4th down and about 1.5 for Grayson County. They need to get it down to the Moore 4. They have it on the 5. I formation, handoff Hanshaw. He's hit, he spins. Looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. He does. 1st down, Grayson County. Right on cue. There's that spin move on first contact.
Yeah, that was one of those things that we talked about. The first one is usually given with Hanshaw. He's got a great set of legs under him and usually bounces right off. And great play call there. They ran to the strong side. They had Cornwell there as the up back helping block right there on the edge. Great play call.
1st down and goal from about the 2 for Grayson County. After their first 2 drives ended in turnovers.
Yeah.
They have a chance now to tie the game up. 7-0 Moore leads.
This is big. 1st down on 1st and goal is big to set the tone here too.
In the eye. Mudd the fullback, Hanshaw the deep back. They're going to give it to Hanshaw. He goes right side, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown Cougars. Caden Hanshaw from 2 yards out, and the Cougs are within 1.
Let's go, Sam. That's exactly what we wanted to see. That's the bread and butter, and I think, that's going to set the tone for the rest of the game too. Great run there. Hard run by Hanshaw.
One of these days they'll be ready for the fireworks.
That was one of those things we never had when I was here. Coach Smart would not have allowed that, but I love it. I actually do.
This started as 2 years ago.
Okay.
Was the fireworks, and I love it. We have
what do we
penalty
got
flag
here?
thrown. False start called against Grayson County.
Okay, so Now he motioned down towards the ball, so I wonder if there was movement on the ball. Yes.
And that's the one thing on an extra point is that you usually your center is not usually the player who's doing it, which means it's probably to be honest, I don't even know who Grayson County's long snapper is.
Well, and they line up in this, we used to call it the swing gate, where you have it out left, then you move right. It just gives you some different options there if you need to go for two, but also can cause some issues there too.
Evan Hasty on to attempt the PAT. So it's 5 yards longer. Wow. Good snap. Good hold. And it is good. Evan Hasty makes it, and he sent it nearly to the scoreboard as the junior pro players, Jake, had to run all the way back to go and grab it.
Right. That was just an incredible kick. One thing that I'll say, though, it seemed like there was a lot of white jerseys in the backfield there on that PAT attempt. So those extra points are crucial, especially if this game stays close.
2:22 left first quarter, and I'm very happy with the reaction from Grayson County. You have 2 turnovers on your first 2 drives of the game. That's one of those things that you could see spiral, and next thing you know, it's one of these games that Brian Jones is looking like Santa Claus because his beard's so gray at the end of the evening.
Right. You know, that's definitely something that it was good to see us turn things around there. And I think what Coach Embry's really going to try to do is play some hard-nosed defense here, maybe mix it up a little bit, and man, we just got to keep them off the scoreboard here. As we said earlier, they're one play away from a touchdown, seemingly, because of these athletes that they have.
And I guess, was Coach Embry your defensive coordinator?
He was. Of course. He's been around. We joked that he'd been here a long time when we were here, and we like to reference him as that Bill Belichick kind of guy. No nonsense, and he calls the play in and doesn't get too excited, but
he's got the quiet humor, though.
He does. You
know?
He sneaks in a little bit there, but great defensive mind.
And he is Cougar football.
He is Cougar football, and such a great cornerstone here of the program that's been here so long, and got to see a lot of great things happen here. He has, and so you could see his defensive mind. He did a great job.
Evan Hasty to kick. It's a short kick coming down near side, and it's going to go out of bounds. Moore's going to get good field position, and I know that I can speak for a lot of people here that Kevin Embry needs to be in the Grayson County Wall of Fame. He runs it so he doesn't feel like he should put himself in. We need to I don't have any power. You have more power than I do.
That was actually something me and Coach Jones talked a little bit about, and Coach Embry is a great guy. He's a humble guy, and so he's going to be that guy that would say, no, I'm not going to put my name up there. But, I definitely think there'll be some accolades coming for that guy and some recognition, much due recognition. Let's see what he's got dialed up here.
Moore has it on their own 35-yard line, first down and 10. One drive was one play and a touchdown. The other one didn't really do anything. There's a lot of confusion on offense. We have a penalty flag thrown by the umpire. And Moore's moving backwards, I guess.
Same thing here, Sam.
They're sending an offensive lineman off the field.
They're having some sort of malfunctions or something.
Because the only thing I can think of is that they have the rule, which I think is the stupidest rule. Is he going to come and give us the penalty?
No.
Nope.
What?
Okay. Is that your knees have to be covered.
Exactly,
but
yes.
His knees were covered.
Yeah,
so I
didn't see anything.
Don't really know.
Yeah, he's standing over there. It looks fine.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Knuckles run left side, and he breaks a tackle. Penalty flag comes in from the umpire. Maybe he'll actually decide to call one this time, carrying it up to the 41.
Yeah, that's something. It is. Sam, and one of the things that we talked about, they do, one of the adjustments that I guess Kevin and Coach Jones talked about was that end play, and they've got Caden Hanshaw lined up at end, and he was coming backside. I think he's actually could have been the one that the hold was called on.
And as a defensive lineman, too, you almost have to be like an actor.
Right.
Because, act like, oh, my goodness, this is the worst hold that's ever happened, because sometimes the official doesn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. You get the LeBron James flop, right?
There you go. Back to the 25-yard line. First down and 20 for Moore. Man shifts in motion near side to the far side. Trips to the left side, one here to the near side. The running back shifts from the right side to the left side of the line. Johnson throws up, far sideline. He's got a wide receiver, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, thankfully he dropped that one. That was a great pass. Looked like he got behind the defender over there. Was that Hawkins on that side? No, Hawkins is this side. But definitely got beat there. And that's one of the things, Sam, is with their speed, we've got to play off a little bit and make sure they don't get behind us. You know, that's how they're explosive.
And Grayson Chaffins is a safety. You know, you're a former safety. Right. It's a tough because you're trying to pick which side to go to.
It is. It's tough, you know, and that's the thing. Once you get lined up in coverage, you're trying to play center field, so to speak, and it gets tough.
Second and 20 for Moore. Cougars loading up the box. Pistol formation. Handoff Knuckles up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, carries it across the left side, gains 2 before Will Vincent wraps him up across that left side.
Great job by the Cougar defensive line there, just bottling him up. You know, that's one of the things that definitely a point of emphasis is making sure those defensive linemen stay home and don't rush up the field when you got guys with a lot of speed. So.
And you better be ready here on 3rd down and 18. Minute 40 left, first quarter, 7-7 game. They're going to go deep probably, and they're going to go to one of the sidelines.
That's it.
They've gone to each one, both the left and the right today. Haven't been able to complete either one.
He's looking backside.
Looking far side, throwing on the slant, caught, first down, Moore, breaking a tackle and getting up to the 50-yard line. Catch and run as that was caught by Jackson. Enough to move the chains for a first down. Up to the 51, or down to the 49, rather. It moves into positive territory. That's a big gain for the Mustangs.
Big gain there. And, you know, that DB there was playing off a little bit. I think giving him some cushion, a little too much cushion there on 3rd down.
And see, that's the game because if you press, he blows right past you. 1st and 10. Run Knuckles. Lost amongst the bodies, and he gains 1. Moore pulled, I think, almost their entire left side of the offensive line, and Knuckles, who's not a very big back, was lost in the middle of it.
He kind of got lost and honestly made a bad cut, tried to cut back inside, and we played that great. You know, that backside linebacker scraped over great and able to bottle him up there.
For 2nd down and 9, 7-7, Grayson County and Moore. 35 seconds left, first quarter. Moore is very methodical.
Mm-hmm.
They take their time. They're taking as much of that play clock as they can. They go back to this pistol eye. I think is the only way that we can use to describe it. Jackson gives it to Knuckles. Knuckles tries to get the edge across the left side and finally just dives forward and gets nothing. Nice play made. I think Hanshaw came in to make the tackle for Grayson County, and that will be the final play of quarter number 1. Grayson County and Moore tied at 7. It's Cougar football on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps. Volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Grayson County and Moore tied at 7. Sam Gormley and Jake Clemens back with you. Brian Jones having an emphatic conversation with our head official From what it looked like, he was doing some charades out there, Jake, and it looks like he was acting out what a chop block was.
Exactly. And that's one of the things maybe that they're doing on that cutback play there.
3rd down and 9. Moore will have it on the Grayson County 48-yard line. Back to this pistol eye. Jackson will pitch to the high side of the field, and it's a run by Knuckles, and he's wrapped up.
Great tackle.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play made by Grayson County, as in there was Maddox Anderson. He wrapped him up, Jake, and he said, I'm not letting you go.
Hey, exactly. And that's exactly what has to happen there, Sam, because that speed, if you don't bottle it up at that level, that guy is at full speed by the time he hits the linebackers, and one cut away from a big play. So looks like they're going to go for it here.
4th down and 7, midfield. Do you like it? Going for it?
Well, it's like we talked about. They're lined up in quads. Let's see if they motion away and try to isolate that one wide receiver over there.
4th down and 7. The quarterback throwing far side, complete, 1st down. Moore on the far side on 4th down and long, and not going down. On the far side, they went to Jackson again. Yeah, Tristan Jackson with a gain of about 12 yards.
Yeah, Sam, we can tell here that we're trying to run a bend, don't break defense here. We're giving them some cushion, and as we said, that time it may have been a little too much, but you're trying to just make sure they don't make the big play. And, hated to see them convert 4th down, but at least that wasn't a touchdown.
1st and 10 for Moore at the Grayson County 33-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun, Knuckles to his left. Triangle wide receivers to the right side, ball placed on the far hash. Johnson steps up in the pocket looking to scramble. He's hit. Hanshaw came in to make the tackle, but Johnson, his height is going to give him maybe a gain of about 2.
Great play right there by Hanshaw, and that was definitely an emphasis this week, was making sure that quarterback doesn't scramble. And with Hanshaw right there on the end, he did exactly what he'd been coached all week to do, and that's to spy that quarterback.
7-7, Grayson County and Moore tied up. 10.5 left first half. 2nd down and a long 8 to short 9 for the Mustangs. One of these two teams will move to 1-0 in district play. Cougars are the defending district champions. They have the target on their back. Run Knuckles coming near side, and he's hit. Coming in to make the tackle, Ethan Mudd from the linebacker position drops Knuckles for a loss on the play.
Yeah, great play right there. I'm sure Coach Embry's probably down there jumping for joy because he just shot that gap, read it perfectly, and that's exactly what you want from your linebacker.
Ethan Mudd made his linebacking debut 1 year ago against Moore. He was filling in for an injured player. Came in and played so well that he never, the injured player never got the position back.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. And, playing linebacker, it takes a guy with a good head on his shoulders, and looks like he's got that. So,
3rd down and 10 for Moore, placed in the Grayson County 34-yard line, and the Cougars jump off sides. Looks like Corbin Gary is going to be the guilty party. And that is the 3rd encroachment called against Grayson County. And I'm not sure if Moore is got just a really good snap count or what.
Yeah, definitely seems that way.
3rd down and 5. This makes this 3rd down a lot more manageable. And you already know Moore is going to go for it. Two wide receivers on each side. In the gun goes Johnson. Knuckles to his right. Johnson looks near side. Now looks far side. He's throwing it up. Looking to the end zone. Has a receiver. And it is caught, but caught out of bounds. Looking on the far side for Jackson. Jackson was open. That ball was led ever so slightly out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a great pass. There for a second, looked like he was one step away from a touchdown. And looks like we're having... thought Coach Jones may be doing a substitution. He may be just switching in sides here.
4th down and 5 for Moore. They've already converted on 1 4th down on this drive. 2 on each side, 1 here near side. in the gun. Goes Johnson. He eyes up the defense, now takes the snap. Steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete. Overthrows the wide receiver, and it is incomplete. And turnover on downs, Grayson County football.
That's exactly what we wanted to see. You know, we had some guys right there in place. That ball went right over the receiver's head, and that's a plus for us. Let's see if we can go down and punch one in.
Just ever so slightly too tall, and that was to the number 30, who is, again, not on our roster, that was given to us by Moore before the game today. We'll try to see if we can't bring you that name as the game goes along. Grayson will have it on their own 28-yard line to start this drive. They've had 3 drives, 2 turnovers, and a touchdown. Fullback dive up the middle for Mudd. He carries it up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 3 on the carry. That's what I like about Mudd is Mudd will just go and he'll just dive forward.
He will. You know, of course, like you said, I'm a Cowboys fan. That's what we would always say about Ezekiel Elliott. That guy seemed to be always falling forward, and that's what you want. That's what Mudd does. He can be bottled up and still get a couple yards.
Do we want to make him a Cowboy with – we want to have success in the playoffs.
Exactly. It's been that one hurt, Sam.
Chaffins keeps it left side run. And he picks it up to the 34. See, I'm a Bengals fan. I finally can talk.
You can. I tell you what, I love Joe Burrow. I like what they're doing up there. And, man, my Cowboys, it's just all drama. You know, that's, as they say, if you don't want to be near a tornado, it won't touch down. The Dallas joke, you know, they give all the time.
Listen, I heard it all for Bengals playoff wins.
I'm sure.
Chaffins gained 3 on the run. 3rd down and 5 for the Cougars. Trips to the left side. No one down to the near side. Hanshaw is the running back. It's kept by Chaffins. He runs to this near side where there's no blockers. Breaks 1 tackle. Stutter steps. Gets to the 40. First down, Grayson County. The little stutter step to the outside is enough to move the chains in a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, they did a great job there. You know, that we loaded outside. They're keying Hanshaw, and what we did, we pulled a couple guards, it looked like there, and had some blockers lined up for Colby Chaffins, and great first down conversion.
7:39 left. First half, 7-7 between Grayson County and Moore. Last year, 96 teams hosted a home playoff game. Only 12 of those 96 started district play 0-1.
Such a big game. You know, you want to stay in the driver's seat, and that's what we've talked about.
Ball in the near hash, 1st down and 10. Give to Hanshaw up the middle. He hits the 45-yard line, and that's where he's dropped as he gets it up to the 46. A host of Mustang tacklers in there. Gain of 6, though, for Caden Hanshaw.
I love it, Sam. You know, just staying on the ground and making sure you drain some of this clock. And that's one of the things we can see Coach Jones wanting to do here, just keep it on the ground and try to protect the football.
The passing game's not worked, but the run game has.
It has.
Except for the 1 fumble.
Right.
And that was a 15-yard gain.
It was. I mean, going to set us up with a great field position, but.
2nd about 5 for Grayson on their own 46. Kept by Chaffins, running behind the blockers, carries it up to the 50-yard line. Gain of about 4 for Colby Chaffins.
Real close here to a first down. Let's see where that spot's at.
I believe he's going to be 1 yard short. I think we're going to look at 3rd down and 1. And I like what Colby did there is he just put his hand on Winston Woosley, the right tackle's back, and he said, "Brother, lead me to the promised land."
That's it. You know, I played a little bit of quarterback. I was never a big guy. I would sometimes get behind those guys, and you get lost in the mix and make a little cut off and get a couple extra yards. But you're right. He said, "Lead the way. Let's go."
Listen, it does. Offensive linemen and quarterbacks got to have the best relationship on the team.
You do. I mean, and that's the thing. That the line gets no glory, but they deserve it.
3rd down and 1 for Grayson. Back to the eye. On the give, Mudd breaks through as he crosses the 45, down to the 40. Thunder strikes, and it's a gain of 12 yards, 1st down Cougs.
Hey, I'm going to say he looked a little bit like lightning right there. You know, he hit the hole hard and hungry. You know, he was hungry that time.
11-yard gain for Grayson County. 6 minutes left, first half. And really the offense you take away, and I mean, you take away 2 plays. You
Right.
say, okay, well, sure, if you take away 2 plays from a lot of teams, they'd be better. But the offense looked good.
They do, and I'm sure that's what Coach Jones will say, going into halftime, and is take away a couple plays, and this game's –
all of the issues Grayson County has had is kept by Chaffins up the middle as he gets the 35-yard line to the 30, breaks a tackle 25-20. Outside the numbers to the 15, shoved out of bounds. He gets down to the 13-yard line. Colby Chaffins carries a 26-yard gain.
Good hard run there. You can see that, man, Moore is keying so hard on Hanshaw. It just opened that lane up for Chaffins, and he took it, and man, what a good hard run there.
That'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line, and Moore wants a timeout with 5:28 left here in this first half. And clearly, Mikhail McKay unhappy with the defensive work on that play. We invite you to stay tuned in during halftime today. We'll have our Cougar Conversation segment. Today, we're continuing our look through the years. We're talking with Dale Woosley.
Dale, love Dale.
We got to talk about the consolidation process. He was a teacher at Caneyville, came to Grayson County. A little bit about what he's doing these days, because he just had his second retirement.
He did.
As he says. Yeah. So it's be a good conversation, and we have an extended conversation that will be on our YouTube channel as well tomorrow.
Well, you'll be able to see. Yeah, actually, Sam, I worked for Dale Woosley at Dale Woosley State Farm.
Really?
He liked to joke I was the original Jake from State Farm. Oddly enough, when that commercial came out, I hadn't seen it. I answered the phone, State Farm Insurance. This is Jake, and the lady said, "Are you wearing khakis?" And I thought it was literally like the commercial, so we had to look that up afterwards. But, man, I love Dale. I learned so much from him. I worked there about a year, and such a great guy.
It's a really good conversation, too. I learned a lot from him in just our – you'll hear today on air about 6 or 7 minutes, but I learned a lot in about the 12 or 15 minutes that you'll be able to hear on our YouTube channel. And I've enjoyed – I got to meet former principal Teddy White.
Yeah.
Talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Mark enjoyed talking to Philip Ashby, former band director. It's just been very good to hear some of the stories. And we got some big names coming up in these couple of weeks.
I love that.
Out of the
those
timeout.
are great segments.
1st down and 10.
Looks like we're going power I here. Let's see what we got.
Handshot the deep back. Mudd is the fullback. Wide receiver on each side. They give it to Mudd again. He hits the 10-yard line down to about the 5 on the run for Ethan Mudd. He'll gain 5 yards down to the 7 officially. Listen, he's had some good runs on this drive.
He has, Sam, and that's the thing that you can see here with Coach Jones. He's just like, let's just go punch this thing in.
And that's what will make this Grayson County offense go from good to great. When you don't have to key in on just Hanshaw, but you got to worry about Chaffins, and now you got to worry about Mudd as well. And then next thing you know, they hit you over top with Jet Hawkins.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say, too. That's what opens up the passing game.
Cornwell shifts to the left side of the line to the right side as an extra blocker. They give it to Mudd, right side run. He carries a blocker from behind. Forward progress will get him down to the 5 before being slung down like a sack of potatoes. 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 for Grayson.
Same thing there, Sam. I tell you what, I just love
we do have an injured player after the play. It is an injured Mustang. We'll try to bring you that name as both training staffs are going to check on the injured player. Hopefully everybody is okay there. Cougars and Mustangs tied at 7 in this game. 4:25 left in the first half. We'll try to see, how about a score or two? Let's see if we can't find. There's some big games happening across the state tonight as district play for a lot of these districts gets rolling today as well. Meade County leads Davis 8-0, 4:46 left first quarter. Greenwood up by 1 against Warren Central 7-6. It is Bardstown leading E-Town 14-0. Other scores that we look through, as we can find here, Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian in the Holy War up in Lexington today, tied at 7 nearing the first half. Owensboro leads Graves 14-0. And apparently a baseball game has broken out in Henderson today. Henderson County leads Owensboro Catholic 2-0 early first quarter.
What a crazy score.
Apollo leads Muhlenberg 7-0. Those are some of the scores from around the region. I know that Grayson County had a game a couple of years ago where I think they were beating Muhlenberg County 5-3.
It's a terrible score. Terrible score.
Luckily, Grayson had 5, though, so at least it was.
Yeah, at least we were up.
Yes.
At least we were up.
And they went on to win the game, too.
Yeah,
the injured player was able to walk to the far side, and he's being worked on the sideline as well. 3rd down and short for Grayson County, placed on the Moore 5-yard line. They had an extra blocker into the backfield, and we have some motion coming, and I think this is going to be coming back on Grayson County. They weren't set. Oh, it's offside on Moore.
Right.
1st down, Cougs.
Wow. Sam, I'm with you. That looked like we snapped the ball a little early there. Not everybody was set, but, man, thankfully they called that on them.
And it should move the chains. It does. 1st down and goal will come up. And, hey, that's why we're up here and not down there, right?
Exactly. That is one job that I don't want, is to be a referee.
No, absolutely not. See what Grayson County can do here. Back into this I formation. They give it to Hanshaw. Run right side. Touchdown, Cougs. Caden Hanshaw, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And Grayson County strikes ahead 13-7.
Love it, Sam. That's power football. You know, that's one of the things that I love when you get down towards the goal line and you just say, let's line up, let's put our big boys up there, and let's punch this thing in. And that's exactly what they were able to do there. Great run, great blocking. It looked like he was untouched.
Evan Hasty on to attempt the extra points. Grayson Chafin's the holder. Hasty is perfect on PAT attempts this season, and it will be perfect continued. 14-7, Grayson leads, 4 minutes left, 1st half. It's Cougar football on K105.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Grayson County leads 14-7, 4 minutes left, 1st half. Sam Gormley and Jake Clemens with you. And Jake, in fact, I can't say not a good start, an awful start for Grayson
Right.
County. They've answered really well.
They really have, and to punch another one in, you're up 14-7. And
Hasty has a perfect kick as it's picked up on the bounce along the sideline at the 10-yard line.
Go.
It just died in the turf, and it carries only up to the 15. Perfect kick for Evan Hasty.
Perfect. And I think their returner was expecting
to go
out of bounds too, and so that just set it up. This is exactly what you want as a defense here because, if you're Coach Embry, Coach Jones, let's shut them down here. Let's get this ball back.
Moore will have it on their own 16-yard line. Grayson County does have all 3 timeouts as well. But also 3:56 is a ton of time.
It's a ton of time, and even with us just running the ball, that's a lot of time with 3 timeouts. So let's see what we can do.
Pistol formation for Johnson. Knuckles behind him. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. They'll give it to Knuckles as he bounces it to the far side of the field. Tries to get the edge, and he's driven backwards. Second effort is maybe going to get him back to the line of scrimmage. Grayson is doing a much better job at contain.
They really are, and that's one of the things that, Coach Embry, I'm sure, has emphasized is you want to string that out. You want everybody flowing that way, but also holding back and making sure you got contain on that backside, watching out for those cutbacks. And they're doing a great job of that.
Ball will remain on their own 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10, 3:15 left 1st half. And this is this weird scenario if you're Moore, where you don't want to be too slow, but you don't want to be too fast.
Right. And I could see him going to the air here. It seems like we're bottling up the run, so definitely.
And the pass has been there. They just haven't hit.
It has. We got a tight end lined up over here this time with Tripp. So
Johnson takes the snap. Looks near side. He's throwing off into the flat. It's complete at the 20-yard line. Back upfield, curling around to the 25. Back towards the middle, 30, 35. Carrying it up to the 37-yard line, making it look way too easy on the catch and run for the Mustangs.
Yeah, way too easy there.
That's Javis Wallace.
Good shoestring tackle there by Grayson Chaffins just to get him there, and trying to bottle up these guys in the open field. That's one of the hardest things to do in football. If you've got an athlete across from you, is trying to bottle somebody up in the open field. The open field tackle is so tough.
It's hard to tackle somebody who's not a great athlete in the open field.
It is. They just have so many ways to go.
And Wallace, he ran. I mean, he picks up 21 yards, but he ran about 35 to get that.
He did.
First and 10, placed on their own 37, and this is where you'll see Moore probably start to pick up the pace. 2:10 left first half. They do get the ball to start the second half as well. Back in this pistol eye. And whistle blown before the play. Are they calling this offsides?
No, that was false start. I think on Moore. I saw some movement over here.
They're moving backwards, but the near side official, did you not see him say offsides? False start.
Okay. He did kind of do that encroachment, and then I think he switched to that front.
And they end up calling false start, and that'll move it back to the 32. Because if I was Moore and they blew the play dead on an offside, I'd be mad. Because that's a free play.
Yeah, right.
2:04 left and counting. First half of play, 1st and 15. And I tell you, Moore is in no rush.
They're really not. And what worries me a little bit right there, they were setting up for this one-on-one coverage over here. And so the one thing I want to see us do is make sure that we get these guys help, our corners help out here.
2 wide receivers to the right and 3 now to the right side. As an extra will go into the slot. And now Mikhail McKay is going to take his final timeout of the first half of play. 1:35 left here. We'll take it with him. 7-7. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Cougar Football on.
So blown to start this play. And I don't see a penalty flag on the there it is. It's thrown by the head official, and it is another false start called on Moore. We have had a ton of false starts and offsides on both opponents tonight. And now a unsportsmanlike conduct is probably going to be called on Moore. As it's thrown by the White Hats after the play, I believe that is going to be on Braden Arnold. Said something, unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Mustangs. Clearly he didn't think he had a false start. And he told the official, I didn't think I false started. Might have had.
Hopefully it was nice.
I don't think he probably said, Mr. Official, sir, what did I do there? Where should I eat dinner afterwards?
Exactly.
I don't think it was that.
It's definitely not.
And now this is going to move the ball back to the 13-yard line. And really, if you're Grayson, minute 33, it's first down and yes.
I can't even count.
To the 13, so 50. How about Brian Payton says 1st and 34? We'll take that.
Okay, yeah, we'll take that.
That sounds good.
This is something you don't want to give up the big play. You know, we play here. Let's make sure we give cushion and watch for trick plays, anything like that. You don't want to give up something silly here.
And if you're going to give up a touchdown, pull a receiver down or something like that, but no penalties and give that automatic first down.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the things, we want to see here. You're all for a pass interference call in high school football. It's only 15 yards.
Trips to the right side, one to the near side. 1:33 left first half. Looking to pass, throwing it up the far side in coverage, and it is.
Is it picked off?
Is it intercepted? No.
No.
It is incomplete.
So close.
Matthew McAllister was in coverage on the far side, wasn't able to come down with it.
He was in great position there, and you could tell that quarterback, he just tried to chuck it up. Let's get it outside. Let me see what we got here. And great play there.
1:26 left here first half, 2nd down and 34. And honestly, Jake, if I'm Moore, I'm running the ball. I'm forcing Grayson County to take these timeouts.
Yeah, exactly. You are so far away from even a taste of a first down.
The first down marker's in the Eastern time zone right now, pretty much. It's almost at Moore High School. It's that far away. Looking again, far side, high pass, and it is incomplete. Looking for Wallace on the far side, and there was a miscommunication, I think, on where that screen was exactly going to go. And now it'll bring up 3rd down and 34. Now I think you got to run the ball or a screen or something because, Grayson has all 3 of their timeouts. You want them to burn at least one of them.
Definitely should be the game plan here, but I don't know. I don't really see them. I think they're going to try to chuck it again.
They've had receivers open.
They have.
And if they score a 87-yard touchdown here, then they can look at me and say, that's why you're not a coach. 3rd down and very long for Moore, placed on their own 13-yard line. They are going to pass. Johnson steps up in the pocket, lets it fly, far side, incomplete. Goes in and out of the hands of the receiver. As he was looking for Reggie Palmer. It falls incomplete, and Grayson County is now going to get great field position with 3 timeouts, as Moore will be forced to punt.
Yeah, Sam, one thing that I have to draw emphasis to is the DBs have really stepped it up after that first drive. And they've just been playing in better position, and you could see there, that was the only place that he had to go was that 10-yard out, and great job there by the DBs.
It's always a good sign when your punt returner is standing inside the first down marker.
Yeah, you don't get to see this very often. Love to see Grayson take one to the house here.
Alamati stands back at his own goal line. Good snap. A high spinning punt. Takes a bounce to the 40-yard line. Takes a slight more bounce and rolls to the 44. 1:06 remains first half. Grayson County has all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. Well, they just move that. Did you see him move the ball back a little bit there? Are they going to change it again? Or, and I think Brian Jones is asking that should be at like the 44.5, not the 45. That was a good punt, though, by Moore. Gets it to the 45-yard line, 1:06. And you got 3 timeouts. You can run the ball.
You can run the ball. They got a bunch set out left. Possible screenplay.
Chafin's 2-pass, 3-step drop, looking far side. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Short. And we have a whistle blown. Near side judge is blowing his whistle. And I don't know what this is about.
He's pointing to Louisville Moore, so.
They're sending somebody. It's the penalty on Moore.
Wow. Is this
he never did give us an official
15-yarder. No, he didn't. That's kind of been the case tonight. They've been a little confused. I've been a little confused maybe on some of these calls.
The ball goes down to the 30-yard line regardless. I didn't even see a penalty flag come out.
I didn't either.
But it's down to the 30-yard line now, and now this you've got every play in the playbook now.
You do. And
1 minute remain in the first half. Grayson leads 14-7 against Moore. They're going to have it first down and 10 on the Moore 30-yard line with 3 timeouts. Trips to the near side. Hanshaw the deep back. They're going to fake the handoff to Hanshaw, give it to Grayson. Chafin's near side at the 30 to the 25, and he's dropped down at the 23-yard line. Brian Jones takes a quick timeout as Chafin's picks up about 7. A little slow to get up was Grayson, but he seems like he's okay.
Yeah, a little slow. Man, he almost got out of bounds there, too, and saved that timeout.
Brian Jones takes the timeout. Second down, and about 3 or 4 will come up. Cougars will be back at home again next week as they will host Bullitt Central. Again, the next 4 games for Grayson County will all be 6:30 Central Time starts because they are against Eastern Time Zone teams. So this week and next week are both at home. And then you will have the game the first Friday in October, and then a week off, and then the next Friday will all be 6:30 start times. Frederick Douglass takes a 21-7 lead against Corbin late first half. Bowling Green leads Central Hardin 7-2.
That's another baseball score.
2:49 left in the first quarter. And Edmondson County, they lead the Eagles 21-7. I don't know who the Eagles are. So
no clarification
Edmondson is winning.
there.
Just the Eagles. And that Tell City leads Hancock 3-0 as well. A couple of really big games happening today.
That is Ohio County.
Ohio County Eagles.
Ohio County. Edmondson at Ohio County tonight.
I did see here, Mark has written into me, Jake, and says it was unsportsmanlike on Moore. The referee did do it. He was between the hashes when he did.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that clarification, Mark.
Ethan Mudd runs near side as he crosses the 15-yard line. He gets the first down, so that will stop the clock for a second. Mudd carries it down to the 13, and a Moore player slow to get up after the play. And that is going to give Grayson County a free timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And that is their wide receiver, Tristan Jackson. Their deep threat, a little slow to get up after the play. Trainer Scott Ballman for Grayson County is checking, looking at his left ankle. That's what we got. We got to thank the eyes from the sky of Mark letting me know about that. But hopefully Tristan Jackson is okay. That's their deep threat receiver who is averaging 22 yards a catch coming into this game.
Back to the play there. I really like the run call there. Great run by Ethan Mudd. I think that was a good play call. Now you're set up. We're on about the 15-yard line.
It might even be closer down to about the 10. Does that sound okay with you? Maybe 5 yards closer?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Jackson
appears
to be helping up, and he's going to walk off on his own power. In fact, he's going to jog off. That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just cramped a little bit. It's a hot day.
It is. Hydration is so key in these hot games, and unfortunately it stayed hot all the way through this September.
Did you cramp when you played?
I never did.
See, Kaler said the same thing, that he never cramped.
Not
once.
I would pound water and eat bananas the night before. And
pickle juice?
No, I never did pickle juice. I like it, but
Cougars will spike it. As officially the ball did get down to about the 12-yard line, or maybe the 14. I thought it was a little closer to the 10 on that last play. So it is a second down and 10 now after the spike. 49.2 on the clock. I sometimes cramp up here in the booth.
Hey, we got the AC rolling tonight. I'm actually like, let's turn that thing up a little bit. I've got chills running on my back. I like it.
It feels good. After we didn't have a press box with it, it's nice to have it. They go back to the Wildcat. Ethan Mudd on the run. Penalty flag comes in from away from the play. Mudd carries it down the near side for a gain of about 1 yard. But there is some laundry on the field, and it's thrown in the vicinity of what would usually be a hold. And it is. That's not what you want.
Definitely not what you want. This close to the end zone, and now you put yourself in a tough situation. Almost got to go to the air here, trying to pick up a little bit. If not, maybe a toss outside.
They'll move it back to the 23-yard line. It's only a 9-yard holding penalty. Grayson County did take a timeout as well with 44.5 left. They will have one remaining now. They lead 14-7 against Moore. And another thing you have to keep in mind if you're Grayson County is you've got Evan Hasty.
It's exactly what I was getting ready to say. He's a weapon, because that was one thing that back when I played, we didn't have a good kicker, so you never thought about that. I mean, anytime we got in the red zone, it was basically 4-down territory.
You didn't kick?
No. Hunter Gary kicked. He was pretty good, but
he was a kickoff guy, though,
He
right?
was the kickoff guy, and then like Coach Smart would cycle through. We tried to get some soccer guys in. We had a couple that could kick decent, but it's a toss-up where Hastings, man, I mean, he's kicking some bombs. Yeah.
He's 2 of 4 on field goals, 2 of 2 last week against Butler County. In warm-ups, he was hitting pretty consistently from 35. This would be from about 40 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably in a scenario where you'd at least give him a chance.
Right.
I do know the longest field goal in Grayson County football history, I believe, is like 52 by James Gaither.
That would have been my guess. He had a boot. That's why they called him Boot.
Was that his nickname? I don't know that I ever heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Slant play, receiver falls down, incomplete. So he was looking over the middle for Mudd, and the turf monster got him on the break. I'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Unfortunately, Grayson Chaffins was wide open walking into the end zone right there, so I'm not sure if Coach Jones saw him, but he may go right back there. It looks like he's telling Colby, you gotta look up a little bit.
3rd down and 20 for Grayson County. They need to get the ball down to about the 5. And this is scenario 2 where you don't want to sack. You don't want to make this field goal any harder for Evan Hasty. And that's where they might run and pick up 5 to 10 yards, hoping. They go in the eye. Give to Hanshaw. Hits the 20-yard line down to the 15. Before being brought down near about the 13-yard line. And I'm sure that Brian Jones will just let this clock. Now he will take the timeouts. Interesting, with 30.9 seconds, he takes his final timeout on 4th down.
Maybe he just want to think this through here, see what options they have.
He'll bring up 4th down and 10. The ball is going to be placed on it looks like the 14-yard line, which would make this about a 31-yard field goal for Hasty. Evan Hasty this year has made from 27 and 31 and missed from 31 and 34.
Does he have a favorite hash, right or left? Some of those guys like that, some like middle.
So I was watching him in warm-ups, and it didn't seem like it really mattered.
Oh, that's good.
And I think the best part about Evan Hasty, and you know this with kickers, is that he doesn't, in a lot of ways, he doesn't know how to be a kicker, which is almost a good thing.
Yeah, it is. You just kick the ball. That's what you want. You want that guy getting out there, and it looks like they're going to go kick this field goal.
Evan Hasty back to attempt a 31-yard field goal.
And Sam, looking at it, I think that timeout was just so they didn't rush this, to give Hastings time, get your field goal unit time to get out there, and make sure he's relaxed a little bit and try to kick this thing in.
The field goal coming from Evan Hasty. Good snap, good hold. The kick is long enough, and it is wide left. No good.
Man.
From 31 yards out for Evan Hasty. And there is 30 seconds left here in this first half of play. That's where I'm a little surprised Coach Jones didn't take that all the way down and take a timeout right before the play clock was about to expire.
Right, he definitely could have done that. A little, chess match there. But back to that kick for just a second. It looked like it may have come off of Hastings' foot. A little weird. It was kind of a knuckleball coming out of there. I think it's one he wishes he could have back for sure.
It was just a little wide to the left. It was long enough. So it's back now to the 20-yard line is where Moore is going to have it. And this is where you've got to be careful if you're Grayson County.
Yeah, you've got to be careful here. I'm definitely watching trick plays, any kind of toss back, halfback pass.
Or just, let's see how far I can throw it.
We're playing man-up cover. I feel like we need to scoot back up. They're just going to run the
by
clock
Knuckles up the middle. He carries it to the 23 or 24. And whistles are being blown after the play, but looks like both teams are going to be fine with taking this into the half. There's 14 seconds and counting. Moore's not run to the locker room yet. Are they going to run one more play? They got to hurry. 8 seconds and counting, and I don't think they're going to get a play in. That'll be it. End of the first half of play. Grayson County leads Louisville Moore 14-7. This is Cougar football on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Be well informed and get news lit fit.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars lead Moore at the half by a score of 14-7. Sam and Jake welcome you back into the booth. And Jake, first half started really bad, but finished. I think Jones is. I don't know how he's feeling at the half right now.
You know, it was kind of an odd finish there. You know, we would have loved to have punched one in. You know, you come up a little bit short, but there's a lot of things that I'm sure he's going to talk about, or there were positives to take away from that first half too.
Especially defensively. You know, Moore had the touchdown on their first play. It was a tough situation for the defense. Ball's on the 22-yard line. It was just a blown play. They went and scored, and since that point, Moore is really done nothing on offense.
Right, and I want to commend our guys for being coachable because, you know, they come out, Moore comes out, we make some mistakes, and then Coach Embry is able to make some adjustments, it seems like, and these guys are responding to that, and that's what you want to see, and especially here in high school football, you want to see those adjustments. And
coming up on our halftime show, we'll jump into our Cougar Conversation segment and talk to Mr. Dale Woosley in a great conversation coming up. And then we'll have more on the halftime show after this. Again, your score at the half. Grayson County leads Moore 14-7. Cougar football on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak, See you after the game.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Welcome back here to our halftime show on K105. It's time for another edition of our Cougar Conversations look through the years. We are joined now by Mr. Dale Woosley, who was a teacher at Caneyville and a teacher at Grayson County High School when the consolidation process went through. What was that like?
That was a great challenge for everyone, and if I may, Sam, I would like to refer to some of my notes about the prior to Grayson County High School. There were actually 3 cultural centers in our county: Caneyville, Litchfield, and Clarkston. People lived lives that really revolved around those centers: living, shopping, church, recreation. If you know, this was before pre-Walmart, if you can imagine. The schools were the heart of these three centers. Families for generations, friends to a large part, who you even dated and married, were built around your experiences at that particular school. The new school was a tremendous change, not only for the students, but for the whole culture of Grayson County. No longer were you with students you started first grade with, but now you're with students you had never met, and probably would have never met some of those had it not been for the new Grayson County High School. As students, you began to make new friends, new relationships, and even new families as you became aware of other people across the county, and you may sometimes married someone from across the county that, again, you probably wouldn't have even met had it not been for the new Grayson County High School.
Those first few years at GCHS, what was that like?
Well, it was good, but it was also very challenging because we only sometimes overlook that not only was it a great cultural change for the students and the families, but it was a large change for teachers also. So no longer were you working with teachers you've worked with for years, no longer were you working with someone you live close to, but you were working with new teachers with maybe who came from other counties, other places, and also with different styles of teaching, different personalities. So it was really a big adapting period for both the teachers and the students.
When you started at Grayson County High School, you taught math and chemistry. Why those subjects?
Well, coming out of high school, I went to Caneyville High School, and really math was what I desired. I had a great math teacher, Mr. Abel. I'm sure a lot of people, the older people, remember Mr. Abel, who became a postmaster for Litchfield. I kind of instilled in me a desire for math and a likeness for math. I went on to West Kentucky University and had a double major in math and chemistry, and that's what I pursued.
You were the head of the technology center as well. How did that evolve just in your 4 years?
Wow. There was one thing about education. Education is a big ship, we might say, and sometimes the rudder of that ship, it takes a slow process to make change, but also it is constantly changing. And the vocational school evolved into just more and more technology, more and more use of computers. Again, our students doing outstanding accomplishments in their different activities of like DECA and HOSA and VICA. And then this was followed up with great leadership after me of Miss Cynthia Smith and now Mr. Matt Hayes, and the vocational school just keeps on expanding, keeps on increasing, and there's such a great demand for these young people coming out of high school to enter into real good jobs and good professions.
How do you see that technology center continuing to evolve over these next few years, or is that something that really we can't even picture?
I think you're correct in both of your assumptions there, Sam. I think it will evolve greatly, probably more than we can realize, with technology just exploding and all the opportunities in technology. But I think they're on the edge, and they will continue to progress, continue to take to take advantage of these opportunities that are provided. But I think it's probably hard for us to see what the future is. Like 50 years ago when the school started, we didn't see the internet and AI and those things like that back then, or well, maybe internet to a lot lesser degree, but not the technology that we see today.
What are you doing now these days?
Well, I'm 2 weeks plus into retirement, for my second retirement. I retired from the school system in 2003. After that, I entered into a career with State Farm Insurance, which was another enjoyable career. I just completed 20 years with that and made my second retirement as of August the 31st.
How do you spend your days?
Trying to get things done, running for this and that, thankfully get to go see some, we have 7 wonderful grandchildren, get to see them involved in sports, and just so far in these 2.5 weeks, having lack for things to do.
And then I have to ask one more question that Mark at the station wanted me to ask you. He said, and his direct question is how did you endure your front office staff all those years?
My front office staff they were the support to help me up. Mark's mother, Miss Teresa Buckles, was, I want to say my secretary. She was our secretary and so much more. The secretary in itself is a great achievement, a great accomplishment, but she was so much more. She was a friend. She was so polite and pleasant to those students as they came through the door. I just can't speak enough about Miss Teresa Buckles and what she meant and does still continue to mean to me and to the Grayson County Technology Center.
I appreciate you taking the time here for today's Cougar Conversations. We'll have more looks throughout the years and an extended interview from this that will be coming up on the K105 YouTube channel over this weekend. We'll now get back to the action here on K105.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living up to your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is...
You're not reaching your full potential. Unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars lead Moore at the half, 14-7. Sam and Jake back with you in the booth, and it's a really good conversation with Dale Woosley. We want to appreciate him for taking the time for us. I think, Jake, you look at the scoring in this first half of play. It started off with a 22-yard touchdown run by Knuckles to put Moore up 7-0, and then back-to-back 2-yard touchdown runs by Cade Hanshaw. But really, we were talking with some members of the coaching staff. You take out the turnovers, and this has been all Grayson County.
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 bad plays there, and the first one, that interception there, that was tough. But the second one, I think it was Ethan Mudd there fighting for some extra yardage. You take those things away, and they've dominated this game like we've talked about. The defense, the Cougar defense, has played exceptionally well tonight and just trying to bottle up their athletes. And
Moore said before the season, they always love asking the question. Those media people, they like asking questions. Right. What's the one team you want to beat? Mm-hmm. And they said Grayson County.
Of all people.
Grayson County is the team, and I think part of that is that, the Cougars are the big dogs right now. They're the champions, and who doesn't want to beat the champion?
Right. And, that was something that we go up there, you take on Moore, they come back down here, they want to beat us down here, and that's it. Like you said, they wanted us, and I loved it. I loved what Coach Jones said signing off last week. You guys want some, come get some and bring a lunch. And I love that, and I feel like that's what this second half's going to be. This is a grinded-out kind of game.
Grayson County leads 14-7. Second half's next on K105.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Cougar football on K105.
Cougs lead 14-7 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Sam and Jake back with you. And Jake, I was telling you, maybe a little, just us talk. In fact, I can even slide our window. We don't want Mikhail McKay on the other side of the field to hear us, but maybe a little onside kick here.
Yeah, let's see here. We'll be able to tell how Hastings puts it on the tee.
Well, you know what? I bet he forgot the tee. He's coming in maybe not. He's talking to Coach Jones. Maybe
I wonder if it was up his sleeve. Maybe Coach Jones just saw something he didn't like.
And maybe he called it off. But I tell you, you got an open spot there at about the 45. Grayson County kicks off. They lead 14-7. Let's see what Hasty will do here. Takes one step to the left. After his steps back, the whistle is blown. Right hand in the air. And he boots it away. Shorter kick, and it is going to go out of bounds.
You know, Sam, oddly enough, I just heard someone from the crowd say, why do we do that? They've got athletes back there deep to return, and the one thing that you try to do in coaching is to make sure you don't give them the open field. And we want to make sure that we bottle them up, and a lot of times you will kick to a sideline to make sure everyone on your defensive set there goes that way, or your kickoff team goes that way. Try to bottle that up.
Because that way has the best defender on the field.
Exactly.
The sideline.
Exactly.
He's undefeated.
Right.
First down and 10 for Moore, placed their own 35-yard line. First play of the half is a run for Knuckles. He carries it up across the right side, picks up 5, gets it up to, well, maybe even 6 to the 41-yard line. It's really the first positive run Maddox Knuckles, the Ballard transfer, has had since his first run of the game, which was a 22-yard touchdown run.
Right, Sam. And one of the things that we talked about over the break was this drive will define how the rest of the game goes. And I don't want to see him get a first down here. I want to see us stand tall.
Because a 3-and-out and a touchdown, and
right.
you're feeling good.
Exactly.
But 14-14 is a little bit different of a scenario.
You're giving them hope.
Another run for Knuckles, runs near side, bounces off a tackler and goes back to the far side near the first down marker. One Cougar was in between him and a massive gain. Maddox Anderson stopped it. It's a gain of 3 up to the 44. That was very close from being very bad.
It was. That was a great backside tackle back there. And when you have an athlete that's able to do those cutbacks, it makes it really hard on a defense because you have to stay true to your assignment.
3rd and 1. Probable 4-down territory for Moore as Grayson County leads 14-7. 10.5 left, third quarter. Probably a short yardage run, but in the gun. A low snap, bounces on the ground. Johnson steps up. He floats it near side, and it is tipped and incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Jet Hawkins. He was looking up the seam for his wide receiver. His near side receiver was wide open.
He was. And that's a hard play by a high school quarterback because he's throwing the ball probably 40 yards in the air, maybe 30, and opposite side of the field. That's just a tough pass, and maybe he was trying to get it to him. I'm not sure.
After a bad snap.
Exactly. You know, the ball fumbled around on the ground there. Big 4th down.
4th down and 1. Moore's going to go for it and keep the offense on the field. They go back to the pistol eye. Bunching up tight. High snap, give to the fullback, run left side, first down, breaking through up across the 50. Big gain. A couple of players behind the play, way behind the play, hit the deck. One for Grayson, one for Moore, and I liked that. Both players get up and they walk away. Like there was no extracurriculars or anything, but it's a gain and a first down.
I think both of them caught that referee out of the corner of their eye and thought, let's just finish this the next play.
10-10. Let your pads talk.
Exactly. That's the best way to do it.
We have a official timeout as one of the offensive linemen for Moore has gone down as the injured player is Armani Lafferty. Is down on the play. They're working on his right leg. I want to thank, though, again, Dale Woosley for taking the time to talk with us. Again, there will be an extended version on our YouTube channel tomorrow. I learned a lot, and I hope you did as well at home. Jake, I appreciate you taking the time here today. This has been fun.
Man, I've really enjoyed this, Sam. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. Mark had asked me a couple years ago, and man, I'm just excited to be in the booth. And I want to take this time just to say you guys do an awesome job week in and week out with not only production of the football games, but, man, you guys are getting out everywhere. And it's awesome. You guys do a top-notch job, and I'm just excited to be here tonight.
I appreciate that. We have fun. Maybe too much fun sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's better when it's a 14-7 lead.
Exactly.
And we thank everyone who's joined us watching as well today, too, or listening. Listen, if you prefer to listen, so you don't have to see my face, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. 1st and 10 from the Grayson County 47-yard line. 2 to the right side, 1 to the near side. In the pistol formation goes Johnson. High snap. It's an option now, carrying across the near side to the 45-yard line, getting down to the 43. That actually might have been Javis Wallace. No, it was not. It was Johnson who kept it himself. He carries it down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 will come up. I do want to make sure I give a shout-out to one of my college friends, the Pride of Vermont, Caleb Sweeney. He was driving through the area listening. I don't know if he's made it out of our listening area, but shout out to him, the Pride of Vermont. You wouldn't think that somebody from Vermont would make his way to Western Kentucky, but
right. Glad he joined in. That's super cool.
Big Catamounts fan. 2nd down and 6. 2 down to the near side. Johnson gives to Knuckles up the middle. Arm tackle slowed him down just enough as he carries it down to the 40. Bring up 3rd down and short.
Sam, you know, they're consistently getting 3 and 4 yards. They're trying to give us a taste of our own medicine, it seems.
But this is where you got to be very careful because 3-4 yards, next thing you know, play action.
Exactly, right over the top.
Deep.
Yep.
8.5 left in this 3rd quarter, 14-7, Grayson leads.
Yeah, we got to make sure that the DBs are staying awake and alert. And a lot of times this is what you get from your wide receivers, a fake block, and then they go deep and throw a shot play. So
Cougars loading the box up. 4 wide receivers out wide. They give to Knuckles again, hits the 40-yard line, 1st down as he crosses the 35. Gets down to the 33 on the run, does Maddox Knuckles. Corbin Gary in on the tackle for Grayson County. 7 yards.
I can't really tell what we're doing up front, but they're definitely opening things up and able to punch it right up the middle on this drive.
And that's an adjustment because they didn't go up the middle much at all.
No.
1st and 10. And I'm sure Brian Jones and Kevin Embry wouldn't expect a team with the athletes that Moore has to go up the middle either.
Definitely not. You know, I'm sure it's something the emphasis all week was make sure we keep these guys from getting outside. And they're like, well, let's just run it up the middle. And here we go, pistol out again.
7.5 left, 3rd quarter. Grayson leads by 7, but the Mustangs are driving. Ball placed in the Grayson County 33-yard line. Every flag thrown by the officials. And looks like this is going against the Cougs. It is. Offside called against Grayson County.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you want to see our defensive line be a little more disciplined on. And that's something they got us in the first half. We want to make sure at least, if not 5.
And those are the plays, too, that, listen, a hold happens. Pass interference, sometimes it happens.
Right.
Offside, false start, those are concentration.
Right.
And those are the ones that, now we have a whistle being blown near side, and the line judge is wanting a conversation, maybe on spot. Yeah, I think they made that about a 6-yard false start penalty. And Brian Jones smartly caught it. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 27-yard line of Grayson County. Back to the pistol eye. Man shifts in motion, near side to the far side. That's Javis Wallace. Johnson looks to pass, looking to the far side. He throws it up, far side, and it is caught. Touchdown Moore over top of Matthew McAllister. What a catch made by Tristan Jackson.
Yeah, Sam, that was just an awesome catch by that receiver. Our guy had good position out there, and man, he just looked like he ripped the ball out of.
He mossed it.
Yeah, he mossed him. And that's what we've talked about. They're one play away from a touchdown, seemingly all of the time if we're not careful, and they put us to sleep with the run there. And
7 minutes left. Here comes the extra point. Place down, kicks up. It is long enough, and it is blocked and no good. Grayson County hangs on to a 1-point advantage. 7 minutes left, 3rd quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Advantage 14-13. They lead by one. Sam and Jake back with you here, and you were mentioning his big block right when we were coming back.
Right.
And it keeps it a 1-point lead for Grayson County. Here comes the kick from the Mustangs. Far side caught and returned at about the 15-yard line. Right up the middle to the 30. Stutter steps in the backfield, keeping the legs moving. Up to the 35-yard line is Chaffins on the return.
Yeah, great return there by Grayson. You know, it seemed like he got about 5 or 6 extra yards, just keeping his legs moving, trying to stay behind his blockers. But yeah, that block, that was big on that extra point there.
First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Cougs lead 14-13, 6:51. We mentioned it a little bit in that last drive, but more scoring was what worried me a little bit because this now makes it a football game.
It does.
And it'll be interesting to see how does Grayson County respond. And they've responded well in this game.
They have, and it looks like we might go back to just trying to power football here.
Give it to Mudd. He bobbled the snap, carries it up the middle, and gains about 3 or 4 before being dropped in the play. And Mudd a little slow to get up. Brought down on the play by Martin Hines.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward tackle there. He got up holding his lower back. He kind of it looked like he bent his back weird on the way down there.
2nd and 6, 4 yards for the run for Mudd. Appears that he is okay, though. Jed Hawkins comes down near side, Grayson Chaffins far side. Cougars really have not gone through the air and had any success doing so today. I believe they've had 1 completion. Kept Chaffins on the triple option near side, third, 45, 50, outside the numbers, the 40, and he's shoved out of bounds and tackled out of bounds. He hits to the 35-yard line. Chaffins is slow to get up after the plays. He was brought down out of bounds.
Yeah, Sam, I don't know. Do they call the hip tackle?
And a very late penalty. As Brian Jones, I think, has just been called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, as he was hot at the official for not calling a late hit on the play.
Yeah, Kobe was, 5 yards out of bounds there, and that was a hip drop type tackle. And
an injured Moore player behind the play as Brian Jones is livid on the sideline. A sideline warning has been called on Grayson County. Brian Jones is still hot on the sideline.
As he should be, Sam. That's one of the things you want to make sure that you're protecting these kids. And there was no flag. I mean, there was contact, and he just took him all the way to ground. It was completely unnecessary. So,
and right now Grayson County is talking. They're huddling around Brian Jones, and he's now yelling at trainer Scott Ballman to check on Colby. I hope Colby's okay. Trig Payne, the backup quarterback, is in this huddle as well. As the injured player behind the play is number 30, who, again, we don't have his name, Jake. He's the one person on the roster. I see here, I hope somebody's okay on the far side for Moore. The golf cart being driven by Jason Kincaid, athletic director, has now reached behind the bench on Moore's side. And so the play gets down now to the Moore 36-yard line. After the big run for Colby Chaffins.
Looks like he's back in. That's a good sign.
And hopefully it was just Trig Payne in there as a precaution. Two running backs on each side of Chaffins. 6:03 left. Third quarter, Grayson County leads by 1. Hanshaw run near side 35-30. Breaks through to the 25. Tackled low as he gets down to the 24-yard line. Move the chains. First down, Grayson County.
Let's go. That was a great run. It looked like there was a little mix-up in the backfield when the first guy started there, but great run by Hanshaw, just getting up in that hole and just making a great play there.
1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Moore. Cougars looking to add to this lead. So they lead by 1 right now. Back to the eye. Chafin's under center. Gives to Mudd. Fullback dive up the middle. He carries the pile down to about the 19. Cougars enter the red zone. This season, entering the game in the red zone, Cougars 9 of 14. Today, though, in the red zone, they are 3 of 4. Yeah, or sorry, 2 of 3.
Mm-hmm.
The red zone wins and loses games.
It does. It does. This is very important, as is any drive, but this is very important.
Hanshaw run. Tries to bounce it outside to the 20-yard line. Gets down to the 15. Slung down to about the 14, right at the sticks. Looks like it's going to be enough to move. Well, we haven't seen an official signal. First down, there it comes, yes. Grayson County. He needed 5, and that's exactly how many the sophomore Caden Hanshaw did.
That was a great run. You know, it looked like he dodged a few tacklers, would-be tacklers out here. And he's just been really good in open space.
4:40 left. Third quarter, Grayson County leads by 1. They're marching. Again, Mudd up the middle, breaks through, down across the 10-yard line and gets through to about the 7. 7-yard pickup on the run for Ethan Mudd.
Good.
Like he shot out of a cannon every time he touches the ball.
He did. I like this. He's running hungry tonight, you know. He gets that ball, and he's looking a little bit like lightning coming out of there.
Post-game, we will give away our Hometown Hangout MVP. Got a couple of candidates already, but be interesting to see who ends up coming away with it. In the eye, Chafin's under center. Give again to kept by Chafin's left side run. 5 towards the goal line. Touchdown, Grayson County. Colby Chaffins spins away at the goal line to put Grayson County up now 20-13.
That was just a great Blake call there. You know, Mudd had those back-to-back runs, and you could see they kind of keyed on him there, and I was able to open that running lane for Chaffins just to get up in there. And on that play, Hanshaw, I believe, was his lead blocker up through there.
3:55 left here in this third quarter. Evan Hasty on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is long enough. He put it through.
Right.
Grayson leads 21-13 now with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in this third quarter. Jake, that's a good answer by the Grayson County offense.
Oh, great answer there. You know, that was a good, long Cougar football drive that we wanted to see. You know, it was great. The running attack is still strong for us, and I love the play calling there by Jones. And, you know, I think even them not calling that call there on Chaffins sometimes will light a fire inside of your offense to just say, hey, we're going to protect our guy. We're going to go punch this in, whether you guys are rooting for us or not. And I definitely think that one should have been called. But great response there. Let's see what our defense has got.
It's kind of one of those things, too. It wasn't. You need to move on to the next play.
Exactly. And I feel like they did a great job of that. And like I said, sometimes that lights a fire inside of them.
The officials are human. They sometimes make a mistake.
Yeah, right. That's why I said that's one job I would not like to have. I commend those guys.
And I've gotten to know a couple of them over the years, and they're hardworking guys.
They are.
And gals.
They are. And what we have to remember, too, this isn't their full-time job.
No.
This is.
They probably worked from 8 to 5 today, got off.
Yeah. And they do it because they love the game, you know, and
they want to give back.
Exactly.
3:55 left in the third quarter. Cougs lead 21-13. Evan Hasty to kick, and they're going to kick it out of bounds again. And I am curious to see if that is strategy for Brian Jones.
It very well could be because, you know, you're giving it to them on the 35. You would rather give them the ball on the 35-yard line than look at the scoreboard, Sam. You know, they're down 1. All it takes is these guys to make a couple cuts, and they're gone. You know, they have different speed than sometimes we have here at Grayson County, and that's one of the things I'm good with that strategy. I'd rather give it to them on the 35 than them score.
And, I mean, I like this that, you know, the baseball term of a bloop and a blast is kind of what it is here for Moore on how they strike. They could hit, you know, a 15-yard run and then bang over the top and two-point conversion, and look at us.
Right.
Moore will have it on their own 35-yard line. They drove down the field and scored a 27-yard touchdown last time out. In the gun. Handoff, right side run for Knuckles, right on cue. He breaks through 50, and he's gone. 30, 25-20, 15-10-5 touchdown. Moore, a 65-yard touchdown run by Maddox Knuckles, and right on cue. It wasn't a bloop, but it was a blast.
It was. I'm not sure what they're doing up front, but in that first half, it seemed like right up the middle, we had kind of locked down, and they have definitely found a seam there. Good halftime adjustment by them, but I would assume they would try to go for 2 here.
I would think you would want to tie this game up. Moore this season has gone for 2. Only once they've converted. Martin Hines, the wide receiver, converted it. And they are keeping the offense on the field. Honestly, I just run right at it.
That's what I was going to say. You know, we've had some breakdowns right up the middle, so I'll be surprised if they don't.
Low snap, kept. Johnson, 2-point conversion is good. 21 all, 3:44 left, third quarter. It's Cougar football on K105.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living up to your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full
Grades
potential.
are unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Here comes the kick, and Moore is kicking it without Grayson County on the field. And they're blowing this play dead. It's in the end zone anyway, so it would be a touchback, as Grayson County wasn't even on the field yet. And, I mean, Jake, the way I consider it is that they get a 1-minute timeout, and the commercial break that you just watched or listened to is 1 minute long.
Exactly.
Meaning that they did not take the full minute.
No. Well, and I wasn't watching their kickoff lineup there, but
because I wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't either, but that ref has to blow the whistle and signal that it's time for him to kick off. And
we'll do it again.
Here we go.
Grayson County and Moore tied at 21, 3:44 left in this third quarter. A little deja vu to last week. Where
a little shootout.
Shootout, it's just more of the shootout. It was in the first half last week.
Right.
And this is backpedaled and caught back at about the 10-yard line for Grayson County. Up to the 20, to the 25-30. Back out right up the middle to the 35. Carrying tacklers up to the 37-yard line on the return for Grayson County.
Yeah, great return.
I believe it was Jet Hawkins. 3:35 left, third quarter. Moore strikes tie us up at 21, and it is going to be on the Grayson County 38-yard line. I think you said it, Jake. Just keep running the ball.
Keep running the ball. You know, run a little bit of clock. It's been working for us. So
Chaffins keeps it on the option, breaks one tackle, and can't break the second one in the backfield. That's going to be a tackle for a loss on the play by Martin Hines.
Yeah, great tackle outside. You know, that was one instance it seemed like we couldn't get that right up the middle there when Chafin's pulled the ball. So let's see what we got here. You know, second down, you can still run the ball.
They did say no gain, and we have another injured player for Moore on the far side. The injured player is Mo Job, down one of their offensive linemen, and they're working on his right side. Hopefully he is okay. We'll take this time to try and find a score update or two from around the region to bring you. Again, our score is 21-21 between Grayson County and Moore. And let's see what the old machine will turn out. Bardstown leads E-Town 28-14, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Mail leads Trinity 21-6, 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Wow.
Bowling Green all over Central Hardin. It is 35-2 at the half. Edmondson leads, we said Ohio County, right? 28-14 in the third quarter. Those are some of the scores from around the region. We're back after the injury. 2nd and 10 for Grayson. They're going to go in the gun this time. Two running backs on each side. They give it to Hanshaw. He hits the 40-yard line, crosses that. He's tripped up by his shoestrings by the Moore player. Once again, making the tackle is Martin Hines. Hanshaw carries it up to the 43. It's a 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Hines has been really active for them tonight. You know, here we are in 3rd and 5. You can kind of open your playbook here.
Are you in 4-down territory? Or does it depend on how much you get? Do I need to ask you again after this play?
Yeah, ask me after this play. Let's see what we do here.
In the eye. Goes Chafin's under center. Hawkins shifts in motion from the far side to the near side. Chafin's gives up the middle to Ethan Mudd. He carries it forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to be 4th down and about 1 or 2, and I think you're going for this.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I think you've got to go for it here.
4th and 1, without question here.
Yeah, it looks like a long 1 yard here, but
this is where you look at your offensive lineman and you say, boys,
let's go.
You had weightlifting. How much? Did it for this play right here. And you turn to Caden Hanshaw and say, you're the reigning district player of the year. Prove it.
Go get it. Go get it.
And if they stop him, then you tip your cap. Chafin's kips it himself, and whistle blown, and Brian Jones takes a timeout. He didn't like how that looked. He takes a timeout with 1:42 left, third quarter. It's 21-21.
Yeah, he definitely saw something there, I think, on Moore's front 7 that he didn't really like. And it's a big play. Big play.
Yeah, because you've shown in this second half you can't stop Moore.
Right. And they're running, for some reason, running the ball right up the middle on us. And like you said, we can't stop it. And looks like we got some more big boys maybe coming in. Maybe we're going to go jumbo package here and just
let the men eat. 1:42
Mm-hmm.
left, third quarter. 21 all between Grayson County and Moore. 4th and 1 will come up out of the timeouts, and you can feel a little, I don't know if tension's the right word from the Cougar fans. There's just a little bit of,
there's definitely a little tension here, and I think, honestly, everybody knows how big this play is.
1:42 left here in this third quarter of play. 4th down and 1. They have an extra blocker in the backfield as well. They're giving to Hanshaw. He's hit and he's dropped for a loss. Turnover on downs. Coming in to make the play was Martin Hines.
There he was again, and definitely not something we wanted to see there. And this is where the defense has to get their heads up, and they got to realize this is very
big.
Very big, yeah.
It's the 46-yard line of Grayson County. Moore, first drive of the second half, ended in a 27-yard touchdown pass, much more methodical. Last drive, one play, house call.
Right up the middle, too.
I don't believe somebody even laid a breath on him.
No, I don't think so either. And that's a little surprising, knowing Coach Embry's defenses. That's something he hangs his hat on, his linebacker play. So
you better believe on Monday when they watch film, that'll be replayed a couple times. Bad snap, ball comes out, and Moore falls on it. Maddox Knuckles saved a big play. That's the second time that the center has decided to go bowling instead of snapping.
Yeah, and that's very, very big too, because that gets in the center in the quarterback's head. So if we can play off of this here and, try to get back in the backfield, just play some solid defense, keep them behind the chains.
2nd and 14. Behind the chains is big.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take advantage now if you're this defense. 1 minute remains in the third quarter. 21 all between Grayson and Moore. In the gun is Johnson. Running back Knuckles to his right. Man shifts in motion. It's a jet sweep near side. Trying to turn upfield is Wallace. He's hit and drugged down by his T-shirt. Wallace might end up getting one, but a player from behind, I believe it was Shane Hall, had a hold of his T-shirt and was just grabbing it. You saw that thing stretch.
Yeah, great play there by Hall. That's one of those little toss jet sweep type plays, and they didn't even let him turn the corner there. That was huge.
Moore will not need to snap it if they don't want to. 15 seconds count, and Jake, it does not look like they are going to. Well, they're running in. They will not have to snap it, is what they're saying. 5 seconds, and they will not. It is the end of the third quarter. Grayson County 21, Moore 21. Fourth quarter comes up next. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Fourth quarter of play, Grayson County and Moore tied at 21. Jake, I always like this, you switch sides here, and I'm sure these teams are very happy that the ball's on the 50-yard line, so they literally just walk on the other side.
A little flip-flop there, yeah.
I was like when it's like goal-to-go situations, they have to walk all the way to the other side of the field.
For some reason, as a player, too, it's a long walk.
3rd and 14 for Moore, placed on the 50-yard line. They need to get it down to their own 30s, or to the Grayson County 36-yard line. 2 on each side. Johnson to pass. Rolls out near side. Blockers in front. He's going to run, and he's dropped after a short pickup. Penalty flag comes in as well late. Moore is pointing, saying it's on Grayson County. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either there. The only thing you could think, maybe illegal hands to the face.
Face mask called against Grayson County, and that will probably be an automatic first down. Let's see if it's the 5 or it's only the 5-yard variety, so it's not an automatic first down.
Unintentional?
I assume so. And Moore immediately, their players came up, and I saw them motioning for that. So it'll be, that is third down though still. Moves it down to the 43-yard line. So now Moore has 2 plays to get 7 yards. 3rd and 7. Tie game at 21. They have a wing back on the right side. Low snap. Give to Knuckles.
Wow.
Ball pops out, and it goes right to one of his teammates. Knuckles, that ball pops straight up into the air and right into the hands of, I believe, one of his offensive linemen. I believe the player that came down with it was Israel Hoff, the left tackle. And I'm sure he's going to go back and watch film and say, man, I could have, that was my moment.
It was. I'll tell you what, Sam.
Loss of 3.
Moore has gotten so lucky. How many times tonight? Not giving up a fumble. It seems like that ball just keeps bouncing their way.
4th and 10. And Moore's going to punt.
I'm watching fake here.
It's 4th down and 10. Moore will punt. The Cougars are expecting a potential fake. Under 11 minutes to go. Interesting decision here by Mikhail McKay. It's a bad snap. They get it away. A line drive spinning kick takes a huge Moore bounce. Rolls across the 20, down near the 10-yard line. The lucky bounce and the roll of about 35-yard punt for Moore.
It looked like a knuckleball coming off of his foot, but it definitely took a Moore roll there.
10:39 left. We've talked a lot about Cougar ball. Be nice to have a Cougar ball drive here.
Yes, it would. This is something that I feel like Cougar football has hung their hat on for years. This is what we need, is a long, drawn-out, methodical drive.
Ball's at their own 11-yard line. Chaffins will go under center. Hawkins shifts in motion, now will stay on the near side. Give to Hanshaw, big hole right up the middle. Hanshaw hits it as he crosses the 15 and gets up across the 20. And that should be enough to move the chains for a first down. Grayson County, 10 yards exactly for Caden Hanshaw.
Yeah, Sam, that opened up. You and I both could see how big that hole was. You could definitely drive a truck through that, as they say. Great job by the lineman there.
And that truck was a guy by the name of Caden Hanshaw. And he is a truck in
he
some instances.
Sam, I want you to notice the D-line for Moore. Their hands are on their hips. They're getting a little tired. That's exactly what we want to see.
Is there anything better as a running back?
No.
Chaffins gives up the middle to Mudd, who dives forward. He'll pick up about 3. Up to the 24-yard line. Under 10 minutes left to go. It's 21-21 between Grayson County and Moore here in the first district game of the 2024 season.
Yeah, Sam, you said it. As a running back, you love seeing that, but as the offensive line, you love seeing that because those guys are a little bit easier to move around.
2nd and 7. Again, just sticking with this eye, the Cougars have had, maybe 10 passing yards today at all.
Right.
Hanshaw again, right up the middle, hits the 25-yard line and bounces out to the right side, right in the center of the field, carries it up to the 29, gains about 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. I'll be very interested when we go back and look in this game whether that was the right decision for Mikhail McKay to punt or not in that situation. 4th and 10 in positive territory. It's a tough call.
It is. It's a tough call. And 4th and 10, we would have basically gotten the ball right here where we're at.
3rd down and 2 for Grayson. Placed on their own 28-yard line. Extra blocker on the left side of the line. Hanshaw runs to the left side of the line. He's got the first down, 30. Outside the numbers, 35. Much space to go for Hanshaw. 30, 25-20. One man to beat. 10-5. Touchdown, Grayson County. Caden Hanshaw. House call, 71 yards.
All right, Sam, I want to note something really cool. That a lot of those junior pro guys were down there in the end zone. He just slapped hands with them as he was running by. Great run. You know, there was 3 or 4 guys on him there at one time, and he somehow snuck out of that and took it to the house. Great run by Hanshaw.
The longest play of the season for Grayson County, 2nd longest run of Caden Hanshaw's career.
You are the stat machine. I love that.
See, I got all my information
you got the
right
cheat
here.
sheet. I love it.
Yeah, this is, nobody can touch my, I was at a game a couple of years ago, and there was an opposing media guy who was touching my notes, and I was like, sir, what are you, like, that's like,
hey,
can't be doing that.
Right.
Here comes the kick from Hasty. A little high snap. Chaffins got it. Sky-high kick is good. Grayson leads 28-21. 8.5 to go. It's Cougar football on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Grayson County leads 28-21, 8:32 left. And Jake, I mean, we were saying Cougar ball, long methodical drive.
Yeah, we'll take that. We will take that. House call there.
71 yards for Caden Hanshaw.
Hey, he showed some speed there. You know, that was great to see. He definitely kicked it into another gear.
Low kick. It's picked up by Moore on the 27-yard line. First chance, and it's Hines to return, and he's outside to the 40, 50, one man to beat, 30, 25-20, and that is why they've been kicking it out of bounds. Touchdown Moore. A kickoff return of about 73 yards.
Right, Sam. That's why we've been kicking it out of bounds. You know, I don't know if he tried to get that one out. He was kicking it to our side here. Looked a little wobbly.
Huge return on the play for Moore by Maddox Knuckles. And the Mustangs now will attempt an extra point to tie us up. 8:18 to go, and just like that, Moore says you can have a 70-plus yard play. Well, so can I.
Yeah, I mean, was able to find a seam there. Definitely some speed.
Moore seems to be going for two.
Okay.
Interesting decision.
Maybe after we blocked that one, they had success last two-point conversion.
They are going to go for two, which would give them the lead with 8:18 to go.
Personnel issues here
for Grayson County on defense. Well, now Moore, too, sending in an extra blocker at the end. The pistol eye they go with. Run out, kept by Johnson. He comes back to the near side. He's not going to get it.
Great job by the defense there, bottling him up in the backfield. And
two-point conversion fails. Grayson County leads by one with 8:18 to go. And another decision for Mikhail McKay that you're going to look back and say, I love the old line from the former UK offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson. He said, if it would have worked, you'd have liked it.
Exactly. Yeah, I think what really emphasized that decision was their success on that two-point conversion, the last drive that they had, and then also that we blocked that extra point that they had earlier. You know, that's something, like you said, if it would have worked, they would have loved it. If not, here we are.
The two-point conversion fails for the Mustang. It is 28-27. A shootout brewing here in Litchfield. The Cougars didn't allow double-digit points to any of their district opponents last year. They've allowed 27 in game number one.
Yeah, we'll say this. You know, they said they wanted us, and you can tell they came to play tonight. And
they brought their lunch.
They did. They brought it, and let's hope we did.
Now the question is Grayson County going to take their lunch money? Picked up on the bounce at the 10-yard line on the far side by Grayson County on the return. Coming back to the near side, breaking a tackle is Grayson Chaffin to the 25-yard line. Getting it up to about the 27 is the return for Grayson Chaffin of about 17 yards. 8:10 to go. Cougs lead by one. It's been a good game.
It really has. Yeah, it's been a little more back and forth than I would have predicted. I think, you know, those early turnovers we had left the door open for them to keep this thing close. Now, let's go back to that long, methodical Cougar ball drive, right, Sam?
Or, I mean, if Caden Hanshaw wants to break another
hey, listen, if he does, go for it. Let's go, Caden.
I mean, this is would now be from 72, so he had 71.
Beat that record again.
1st and 10. Under center. Goes Chaffins. He'll give it to Hanshaw. Hanshaw hits the 30-yard line, bounces it outside. He's to the 35, and he scurries out of bounds. Up near about the 37-yard line, even closer to the 38. And I like that run by Hanshaw. Going out of bounds, he picks up about 9. But the biggest thing with that is Self-preservation.
Exactly. And I actually was waiting to see if Moore was going to try to tackle him out of bounds.
Yeah, because that's another thing, too. That's a great point, is you're not going to get hit, and if you do,
it's 15. It's 15.
And it might hurt at the time, and it might hurt tomorrow. But that 15 yards could be the difference between a win and a loss tonight.
Very well could.
7.5 left to go. Chaffins gives to Hanshaw again. Little stutter step in the backfield. He hit that spin move, and on the spin, he was hit on the play by Reggie Palmer. Hanshaw will pick up about 4 up the middle, up to the 43.
You know, Hanshaw is doing a great job tonight of the majority of the time. As always, that first guy doesn't take him down. You know, and there's been some guys that really pressured him that, you know, maybe made it into the backfield. He's able to make a move and get by him. And there, you know, 4 yards. That's awesome.
Grayson leads 28-27. 6:45 left in the game. 2nd and 7. Cougars hoping for long and methodical. Ball placed in the near hash, working from right to left. Pitch near side to Hanshaw. Tries to get the edge at the 40. Gets to the 45, and he's nice little shove out of bounds by Moore. He says, yeah, you're just going to go to that defender that's undefeated, and he'll get about 2. Maybe even 3. A nice, generous spot. Up to the 46, 3-yard gain for Hanshaw.
Same thing here. You know, it seems like Coach Jones is liking the short side of the field here on this drive. So we'll see if they try to give Hanshaw a little bit more space, maybe toss to the outside, far side of the field.
6 minutes to go. Cougs lead by 1, 3rd and 3. Approaching midfield. They need to get it to the 49. Hanshaw again, near side, tackled. After a pickup of 1 yard, guess who? That would be, once again, Martin Hines. He's played a great game today.
He really has. He's been flying around a little bit everywhere.
4th and 2. Decision time for Grayson County. 5.5 to go. You lead by 1. What are you doing?
You know, they are loading the box. I don't know if you've noticed that.
They're going to leave the offense on the field.
So, you know, I'm going for it, too. I think this is big. I would maybe you go hard count here.
In the eye. 4th down and 2, a wide receiver on each side. And Mikhail McKay wants a timeout on the far side with 5:11 left. It's probably not a bad timeout by him, but at the same time, down, that one timeout might be the difference.
It could be. Apparently, he saw something he didn't like, so I'm not really sure what that could have been.
It's 28-27 Grayson County, 4th and 2. Okay, your offensive coordinator, Jake Clemens here. What's your play call?
Oof. You know, I like they ran the Cougars, we ran a slot reverse last week, and I'm almost running something like that, little cutback play. They're keying Hanshaw really hard right now. Maybe you run a trap play where you turn around, you hand it off to
another guy that they have not stopped. I mean, he hasn't gained many big gains today. Is Ethan Mudd.
Exactly, that's what
Ethan Mudd's gained 3 every single time he's touched the ball.
Right, I think there you turn around, you hand it off to Ethan Mudd, fake the toss out to Hanshaw because they're keying on him so hard. And I think that's who they think is going to get the ball. So
59-18 was a final score. Nelson County defeated Breck. That's one score I saw come through. That's their district opener.
All right, they have loaded the box here. They're playing
4th and 2.
Tight.
Offset I formation for Grayson County. It's a pitch to Hanshaw. He's trying to turn the edge, and he's got nowhere to go, and he is going to be stopped. No gain on the play for Caden Hanshaw. They try to toss play to the far side, turnover on downs, and the ball will head back towards the Mustangs.
They were trying to get Hanshaw in some space there. You know, I don't know. Moore did a great job covering that. I like what Coach Jones was trying to do there. You know, get your best player in some space, let him make a move, and here we are, Sam. Now
it's time
counting
for the
on
defense
our defense
to make a stop. Moore has had a lot of success. First and 10, they're going to have it. 5:05 to go. On the Grayson County 47, bad snap again. They give it to Knuckles as he gets across the 45-yard line down to the 44, 3-yard gain. This is where you're kind of hoping, too, that you get some fan noise as well to bring. The Cougar faithful are relatively quiet right now, but I think it's the tension.
I think it's the tension. I think it's something that I don't think we expect it to be right here where we're at.
4.5 left in the game. Grayson hangs on to a 1-point advantage, but Moore has it 2nd and 6 from the 44. Pistol. Johnson gives to Knuckles. Run right side. He hits the 40. Ball comes out. Grayson's got it.
Let's go. Signal. Yes.
Chet Hawkins falls on the fumble, and the Cougs have the football back, coughed up by Maddox Knuckles.
Let me tell you something. That was an incredible tackle. Was that Caden Hanshaw on the tackle?
It might have been Anderson, too, around the edge. Be one of those that I might have to pull up the replay later because, listen, after the game, we have to give away a Hometown Hangout MVP, and an MVP makes plays like that.
Exactly. That's what you always look at is your best players make the big plays when you need them to, and I'm not sure exactly. It was kind of a jumbled up mess in there. The ball was on the ground again there for the snap. And
huge play by Hawkins to fall on it.
Right.
And I like what he did. He didn't try to pick it up.
No,
just fall on it because you getting the ball is the most important thing.
Exactly.
1st and 10. Cornwell shifts to the left side of the line as an extra blocker. They give it to Mudd on the run, and he is slung backwards after a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really
kind of a weird handoff.
That was kind of that reverse. I don't know if we were going for a trap play right there, fullback trap. Kind of an awkward tackle, too.
Gain of 3, under 4 minutes to go. Grayson leads by 1. Doesn't matter how much you win by. All that matters is that the only stat that matters, I'm a stats guy, but really the only stat that matters is points.
Exactly. And then you never remember scores. All you remember is that W.
And the memories that come from it.
Right.
Trips to the right side, and the gun goes Chaffins. Kept by Chaffins, up the middle, runs behind his blockers, gets it up to the 50, 45, down to the 40, running over tacklers, and he's slung out of bounds again after the play.
There we go. He threw it. We got a guy.
Was there a penalty flag thrown? Yes. There was. Very late, but it did come out at the end. Late hit out of bounds.
But, Sam, that was the ref that was literally the farthest away from the play that threw that flag.
Here's the biggest thing, too, is it happened on the Grayson County sideline.
Right.
Which is usually more of the scenario because if anything else, dead ball, personal foul called against Moore. If anything else, you don't want plays like that. That's where a game can get chippy.
Exactly.
And you don't want it's one of those plays that Brian Jones can't be that bad because he's defending his guy.
Exactly.
That's going to move the ball down all the way to the 20-yard line.
Great play call there, too, going back to Coach Jones. And that's what you see. They're keying really hard on Hanshaw right now. So let's get it out to our second-best rusher behind.
All of the receivers are coming off the field, and they're putting in offensive linemen instead.
Let's go. Coach Jones is saying, let's go punch this thing in.
I think that Grayson County has 8 offensive linemen on the field right now.
Oh, I love it. Look at this.
I mean, look at that.
Jumbo package.
I mean, they do. I think it's 8
let's go.
Offensive linemen
Big power
on the field.
out here.
Come on, Hanshaw. He hits the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's struck down near about the 2-yard line. Caden Hanshaw on the run up the middle. 18 yards.
I love it. You know, just seeing those guys get out there as we go back, the line gets no glory, Sam, but you put all those guys in there, and they're just pushing the way for Hanshaw, and he knows it too. You know, he's a great football player. It opened up, but they did all the work up front.
That's the jumbo package on steroids right there.
It is. Hey, we're going to it again. Look at that. They're loading the box, and Jones is like, we're just going to run it right at you. It is.
Here comes the run.
Running clock here.
Yep, Chafin's going to wait, make sure this clock ticks all the way down. Wait for the official to put his hand in the air. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. There it goes. Now he has 10 seconds to snap it. He's going to look. Brian Jones delivers the call. They're counting it down now. And a whistle is blown and a timeout Grayson County.
Okay.
It took him a while to tell him that was timeout.
It did.
Grayson leads 28-27, 2:39 to go. And here's an interesting decision if you're Grayson. Like, you're in this scenario where if you score, for one, I guess I got 2 questions for you here. If you score, you're up 34-27. Do you go for 2 to make it a 2-possession game? Or do you kick the extra point to where you can't lose?
I'm always a guy where you kick the extra point because points on the board, you don't want to be chasing points later. Hastings is a great kicker. Just kick that thing. You know, I know we have that package that, like I said, used to be called the swing gate. I'm not sure what Coach Jones calls that package for them, but there's a lot they can do out of that too. But I kick the field goal. What about you?
See, I go for 2.
Do you?
See, I think, and I think the analytics of the game would tell you to go for 2. Yeah. But I think a lot of the analytics tell you to go for 2 almost every time.
They do. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I feel like I'd be the coach. Punting and kickoffs, that's not for me. Onside kick.
Yeah, every time.
Let's go. I've spent too much time with Kaylor Decker.
Well, you couldn't be in the NFL now. You know, they've changed so much of that.
I can't tell whether I like it or not.
I don't.
You got to ask me in a year. Yeah. 1st and goal from the 2, and
I
was wondering if that's going to happen.
Planning.
Chafin's takes
chess
a knee.
Match here. I love it. I do.
I was curious if that was going to be the decision from Brian Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Chafin's just throws a knee down with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Moore has 2 timeouts remaining. And it's interesting here because if you're Grayson, it's like you said, it's this chess match because you got to score.
You still have to score. And you know, that's the thing. Now we're at 2nd down here, so maybe he's just trying to run off a little bit more clock. You think we run a play here, or you think he does it again?
I don't know, but I like that the junior pro team is standing in the back of the end zone yelling at Moore's defense.
Right. They're trying to get it fired up. You know, maybe they get this crowd back into it.
Brian
Sam.
Jones does take a timeout, 1:56 to go. Are you throwing another knee down?
I don't know. I think I got to punch it in here.
Because that's the question is how much faith do you have in your team? Because you throw another knee down, it's 3rd down.
Right.
And that would give you 2 chances into the end zone. Or do you do it again? And, I mean, I think the touchdown's the most important thing here.
Right. I think you've got to score a touchdown here. And, you know, this is a jumbo package. So Moore's going to have everybody up on the line. Everybody's going to be shooting gaps. So maybe we've got, you know, some sort of play up our sleeve to go backside.
This is why I love football, too.
Exactly.
These chess matches.
This is something these guys will never forget, too, Sam. I know you said you didn't really play sports in high school. You always had a love for it. But there is nothing like being underneath those Friday night lights with your brothers and battling like this. So.
And I remember watching my classmates.
Exactly.
Out
so
there
you had
playing.
that, yeah. And you get that feel.
And I still, like, they ask, would you go back to high school? And the answer is probably no, but I'd love to go back on a Friday night.
Oh, right.
Or something,
Just something like it. You got the community out here. And
here they come. Let's see if he'll throw down another knee. 2nd down and goal, and Chafin's will. And now McKay will take the timeouts. Now you have to run a play if you're Grayson County. Since McKay has taken the timeouts,
right.
3rd down and goal from the 2. 1:54 remaining. I love this. This is so much fun.
I love the clock management. And, you know, for a lot of people maybe that are unfamiliar with football, what Coach Jones has done right here has been very smart football. You're trying to wind that clock down. You're trying to get Moore to use some of their timeouts too. And you're trying to put yourself in the best position to win. I don't know if you were able to see this, Sam, but on that one, Colby actually went forward and took a knee. And so I like that too. You know, Moore was standing up and, hey, just take a little bit if they'll give it to you.
See, that's also one of those things too. You could do the old, like, I'm going to knee. Yeah. There I go. Up the middle.
Yeah. Some of those kneeling plays get a little dicey too. You know, if you get guys on the defense that are desperate, they know they got to get the ball. And
Western had the play in the bowl game a couple of years ago where they faked the knee and handed it off and took off down the field.
That was wild.
3rd down and goal. Let's see if they'll force Moore to take the final timeout or if they'll just try to punch it in. They will run it. Hanshaw, run left side, and he's not going to get there. Down to the 1. Final timeout taken by Mikhail McKay. It's down to the 1-yard line. 4th down and goal. 1:47 to go. Moore now has no timeouts remaining. And you're absolutely going for this.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like you have to. If not, you've put your defense, if for some reason we don't convert here, our defense has got them backed up to the 2-yard line?
The 1. It's down to the 1, I believe now. So, I mean, you're saying Moore, you have to go 99 yards with no timeouts in a minute 40. Good luck.
Good luck. So, Sam, I am a big quarterback sneak guy. Played a little quarterback. I feel like right here.
A little tush push?
Yeah, I think so.
But then again, do you take the ball out of number 3's hands?
Right.
Caden Hanshaw's already got 3 rushing touchdowns today.
The Wildcat hasn't worked for us tonight, but I think they're going that jumbo package. We're going to go that jumbo package and try to punch it in here.
Like I said earlier, this is where Brian Jones is going to look at him and say, remember in April when we were, or in January when we were lifting, and you were saying, why are we doing this right now?
Right.
This
is it. This
is why we're doing it.
This is why you have battled. This is why you went through 2-a-days. This is why you put in all the work, all the effort. Here we go. Let's go punch it in.
4th down and goal from not the 1 or the 2 for Grayson County. Sticking with the jumbo package. A ton of offensive linemen on the field for Grayson County. Chafin's under center. Hanshaw's the deep back. 4th down and goal for Grayson. They give it to Hanshaw right up the middle. Diving towards the goal line. Waits on a signal. Moore says he's short, and the far side judge says he is. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, we try to take it right up the middle there, and that's tough. You wish we could have pushed that in, but here we go. Let's go, defense.
1:41 to go. Grayson County leads by 1. Moore will have it on their own 2-yard line. Moore has had minimal success through the air.
Right. Sam, this is where we need the crowd to get in it. I don't know.
It's very quiet.
If we can get anything, but listen, they got to go 99 yards. We're still in the driver's seat right here because let's push them back.
I'm having deja vu from the game against Hancock County last year where the Cougars led by 1 and made the stop that time.
Let's
it's
go.
A
Let's
run
go.
Up the middle.
Let's go,
D. Forward, and it is a gain of 1 yard. No gain. It's a loss of 1. Back to the 1-yard line. The clock is running.
Love it. We got to get set. This is what scary too for them just to throw something up here if we're not set. So, like it. There you go. Coach Emery gets the call in and.
2nd and 11 now from the 1-yard line. 1:18. Moore is really in no hurry at all.
No,
They have no timeouts remaining. The clock continues to run. 1:10 left. They still haven't broken the huddle. I mean, they've wasted 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And a penalty flag has come in now. I'm not sure. That was a ineligible. I think it's an illegal substitution called against Moore, which really is nothing because it moves it from the 1 to the half.
Right. But like you said, Coach Jones did such a great job, and this is what, everyone's got to understand. Moore doesn't have timeouts, so that little chess match is paying off here. And golly, look how close that ball is to the
it is practically on the goal line.
Those defensive linemen are just salivating
right
at
the mouth.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sure
what you want.
You think back to some of the defensive linemen that you played for, and they're probably watching right now and be like, let me go in there.
Just give me one more play, right?
The fans come
Let's
to life.
Go. They're coming to life here. That's
here
what
at Grayson County. 2nd and 11 from the 1-yard line. Looking.
Let's go.
Scrambling near side, throwing it up. Looking for a wide receiver, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Jet Hawkins.
Huge play.
Daggers out. Grayson County survives.
Let's go. And Sam, one thing we want to make note of, we had all kinds of orange jerseys back there in the end zone causing that pressure. He had to just throw it up, and great play by Hawkins. Great play.
Jet Hawkins, he had the fumble recovery and the interception, and the Cougs will survive at home against Moore.
This is what you want. This is what you look forward to. You know, Coach Smart back in my day would always say we look forward to the victory formation, and that's just that formation. You line up, take a knee, and you come out with a victory.
30 seconds left. Cougs will have to just throw one knee down. Just nothing silly here.
Man, Coach Jones is just wiping the sweat off of his brow down there. That's such a good win.
One knee down. There it is. Grayson County survives at home and defeats Moore tonight by a final score of 28-27. There's 15 seconds left in the clock. But I'll tell you what, Jake, like you said, in the end, all that matters is they got the W.
That's it. You know, and the one thing that we're going to learn from this is, man, it's never over till it's over.
The zeros are officially on the clock. Grayson County defeats Moore tonight, 28-27. We'll come back, have more after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
First game.
Here we come.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back to Grayson County. Cougs win 28-27. The fifth quarter show comes up next on K105.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Cougars defeat Moore by a final tally of 28-27. Sam Wormley and Jake Clemens with you. And Jake, you picked a heck of a game to come into the booth here.
No kidding, Sam. That's what I was saying. What a game to be able to watch, and such a great vantage point up here. But shootout, I didn't see this coming. I'll be honest. I knew Moore said they wanted some, and Coach Jones said bring a lunch, and that's what it turned out to be.
This is one of these games that I like. If you watching with us today, maybe you're like I said, last week, where your Edmonson County played on Thursday, or maybe like McLean County. I know McLean County plays tomorrow night. If you're a McLean County fan that watched this game, you were very much entertained.
Oh, very, very much. It's a good football, and that's the thing. I think anybody would have been entertained by the back and forth. There were some good explosive plays. And just great football all around. A lot of strategy. As I mentioned, Coach Jones there, that chess match towards the end of the game there, trying to wind that clock. That was big.
Grayson County wins today by the final tally of 28-27 against Louisville Moore. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we will talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones. Well, he looked like he was coming up, and I just saw him run the other way. I'm not sure if he's talking to the most important person he should talk to, which is his wife, before the game.
He knows the rules, right?
Yes, and I know Elena comes down there, and I see Truitt as well. He has to say hi to Truitt. Yep, there's Truitt. I see the conversation with Truitt to celebrate the win, and then Coach Jones will talk up. He knows where his standards are, and I am fine with being below them.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Coach Jones next. Cougs win 28-27. It's Cougar football on K105.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are winners today against – oh, I see. You hear yourself twice, don't you? Coach Jones?
And it's loud.
It's loud. Okay. How's that? Does that sound better?
It's too low.
Too low? Right in the middle? There you go. Coach Jones joins us now, winner today by a final score of 28-27. Coach, I asked you last week, said, wow, that was a wild game last week, and my goodness, it was just as wild today. Do you have a couple more gray hairs in your beard after this one?
Yeah, I'd say it just, every time we score, it's like, and I felt the same way last week, we'd score and I'd be like, whew, relax for a second, and it lasts a second. And then, we gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown, or the 65-yard run right up the gut, for a touchdown. And, I mean, they just kept going tit for tat. And, man, I don't get me wrong, I'm glad we won, but I hate coaching in games like that. You just never get a chance to relax. And there's, as the time's winding down, every possession there's more pressure to score. And it's just, I guess it's stressful. But, I guess it goes with the territory, and you sign up for these kind of games as much as you do the 35-nothings. And so we're glad we won nonetheless, and we're 1-0 in the district, which, then that puts you able to control your own destiny, and that's what we talked about going into the game was, we want to keep control of our own destiny, control whether we win a district championship. We don't want somebody to have to beat somebody, and, and we get in a district championship the back doorway. We want to win 4 district games and own it outright. So today was the start of that, so I'm proud of the guys for that.
I know Travis Johnson always says, and I know it's not him that comes up with this saying, players make plays.
Yeah.
Big players come up with big plays. Caden had some big plays today, but also Jet. He recovers the fumble, and I think one of the smartest plays about that is he's a DB. He probably sees that ball, and he saw a whole lot of green space, and he probably could have thought, I can pick that thing up, I can go, but he just fell on it, and then he comes away with a pick that seals it.
Yep.
Players make plays.
Yeah, if he's not our best athlete, I'd like to see the guy that is. As far as running, jumping, you name it, he does it all well. He's just a tremendous athlete, and the rumor is he gets it from his mom. So, but no, and, and a night, tonight we're kind of honoring, his cousin that passed away at 8 months old, and that's a memory that family will have for a lifetime, that he has such a tremendous game on a night like tonight. So couldn't be more excited for him to make those plays. And to be honest with you, go back a couple weeks ago or last week against Butler, and I would have told you, and I think he would have told you, he struggled. But, he's in our huddle after the game amongst the team. He raised his hand and said, Coach, can I say something? I said, sure. He said, guys, I didn't play very good tonight. He said, but I can promise you I'm going to work hard and I'm going to get better. And
Is there
not that
he did.
No, absolutely not. But, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, God, he works hard every day. What can he do differently other than just learn from his mistakes? And he did. We lost 2 because Caden has moved positions. We lost 2 really good corners. Mason and Carroll and Caden were out there, and we were pretty doggone good at corner last year. And so he's done a really nice job, and he's still learning, just sophomore. And so he had a heck of a game. Like you said, Caden made a heck of a game. And, we had somebody come talk to us a few weeks ago, talk about being a dog, and those 2 guys were dogs. As well as some others. Don't get me wrong. I think Ethan Mudd was a dog tonight.
He was.
Some tough runs, some hard runs. That when we go back and watch film, I'm sure there's several other ones. But week to week, I think we add a dog. To be honest with you, and we've got to continue to improve because we're better than 28-27. And so, we got to keep working, keep getting better. I thought we did much better against outside run today. I was really concerned about that going into the game, but I think moving Caden up to defensive end was a solid move for us. I think Evan Hasty did a nice job. We were a little weak in the flats on the pass game, but it's give us something to work on this week because Bullitt Central is going to throw the ball around the yard. They really like their quarterback. He's a super athlete, and so that's something we'll have to shore up this week. But always love winning, and even if it's a 1-point win, I guess. But and most importantly, you're right. And that's what I told the kids. I said, you know what? I said, 10 years from now, you won't remember this game was 28-27.
He said that same thing.
I said, but what you will remember is if we can rattle off 3 more, that you were back-to-back district champions. I said, you'll remember that forever. Right. And like I said, it's stressful being in it at the moment. But 1-0 in the district is a whole lot better than 0-1 in the district, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I was talking with Sam. My question for you. Can a coach get the hometown hangout MVP? Oh. Because what happened, your strategy down there on the goal line, and then for people that know football, they know what's going on, but I'm not just saying that, Coach. You did a great job there. They had to burn a couple timeouts, and I told Sam, I was like, listen, we know Jet played a great game, but would you accept?
The best part is we don't have to worry about any NIL for you.
Right.
You're at eligibility, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I appreciate that. I'll be honest, I had a play called on first down. And on the headset, Shane, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Shane on the other side of the head. And to be honest, it happened this year, first week, Edmonson County, he was at a volleyball tournament and wasn't there, but – I'm sitting there and I had a play call and I was like, wait a second. I said, we don't want to score here. And he's like, yeah, probably not. And Kaler's on the others, got a headset on too. And he's like, yeah, I don't think we do. So I'm yelling, hey. I said, and I told their referee, I said, I want a timeout with 1 second. Because I didn't want to take a 5-yard penalty. I wanted to stay really close to the goal line. And I said, I want a timeout with 1 second. So we took the timeout. I said, listen, we're going to take a knee. I said, we don't want to score yet. And then they let us run off basically 39 seconds, which shocked me. I really thought they'd burn a timeout really quick. And I don't know if, right now thinking out loud, I don't know if that would have saved them time or not, but they definitely let us run off the first 39, and I was like, okay, well, we'll burn another timeout, and then they give us 2 downs to score. And to be honest with you, the thing, last year, just to give some people some insight, last year, about 2 weeks ago, we had the mantra, be the hammer. And it just evolved there, and it came out in the middle of that McLean game, and we lived it. For whatever reason, the last few weeks, the term believe or belief has been on me. I mean, it's been on me something awful. I've been telling the kids, you got to believe in what we're doing. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your teammates. You got to believe in the game plan. And I just feel like, we need more belief in what we're doing and what we're about. And so, for me, right there, I thought we're on the 3. We take a knee. They're going to put us on the 4, and we got 2 plays to score. I'm like, that's no brainer. We got that, no problem. And then when it doesn't happen, that was kind of a frustrating moment. And there was a few 4th down situations that I'll probably spend the weekend reflecting on, and was that right or wrong or whatever. And Kevin in the defense bailed me out multiple times, and I'm somebody who likes to go for it on 4th down. I've always have been, and it got us a couple times tonight. I truly believe 4th and 1, we should get that 95.5% of the time, and our percentage wasn't that high tonight. And so that's something I felt like our offense has missed is, in years past when we've been really good, we can get in the power eye and we're going to run right at you and we're going to get 2 to 3 yards and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Right.
And right now we don't quite have that element, but we're working towards it. I do think that was the right strategy because it got them out of their timeouts. And then, once the clock got rolling, they were in trouble. Now, the clock stopped rolling a few times that it shouldn't have, but that's neither here nor there. But
that's not my bit. That's not my job.
Yeah.
And you had them backed up. That just put them in such a
we had to have
spot.
been inches from a safety on first down.
It had to be.
Inches.
What's this about you and safeties inches away? Right?
Well, the last one was a safety
It was.
down at Marshall County.
McLean.
McLean. Yeah, that was a safety.
It was.
No doubt about it. And we watched it back on film, and I actually sent that to the science secretary and was like, hey, listen, like, I mean, this guy's running backwards. Like, there was no forward momentum or whatever they wanted to do. Sorry, I'm trying to get this game stopped so that it doesn't take all night to upload. But it, you know, it got them out of their timeouts and really put them in a bind. And they got to go 98 yards.
Exactly.
You know,
with no timeouts.
Yeah.
No timeouts.
And so, I mean, and what was it, a minute 40-ish when they got it, I think?
141.
So, I mean, that's tough. I mean, that's tough. You better have worked the 2-minute drill
Right.
and have some really good plays that are going to end up with your guy running out of bounds and, you know, different things like that. And then they were just, you know, throwing up a prayer there. And we had two guys in really good position. And, like I said, Jed Hawkins, I mean, you know, seals the deal. And so that was awesome. Awesome for him experience, awesome for that team to go through. And I'll be honest, you know, the other thing is I hate being in games like this, but it is really good for a team to win games like this too.
It is.
You know, it really, to me, makes you gritty.
Hancock last year.
Yes.
I was having deja vu, very similar.
And we hadn't been in a game like that.
No.
You know, now here we've
Since
been.
Marshall County.
Yeah.
You got two.
Now here we've got, you know, two that we've grinded out, one that we've lost that was a grinder. You know, last year when we got to Hancock County, we hadn't been in that situation.
You've grinded every game except Edmondson, really.
Yes, and so, you know, that's got to amount to something. I think that will make us gritty down the stretch, and so.
That's belief, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, enough to win is enough. And, you know, whether you win by 1 or whether you win by, you know, 10 or 100, you know, at the end of the night, it all means the same thing. We're moving on 1-0 in the district, and that's what's important. And super proud, like I said, super proud of the guys. You know, I think me and Kevin are going to have a heart attack on the sideline. But
Scott's ready.
Yeah. But, you know, we'll enjoy it for a little bit and start getting ready, you know, for the next one. I said Bullet Central here, I guess. And, you know, again, we're everybody's target this year. And, you know, one by one, we've been able to knock some of those off, and hopefully we can keep doing the same. So, got any good scores?
Do you want them on air? I was going to say Edmondson beat Ohio.
Not surprised.
By 30 or so. And then North Bullet and Bullet Central, I'm trying to get a final score. I've not seen one.
Who was
winning?
Yet. Do you have anything on that one?
I have nothing.
Oh.
Nothing to give you. It was 0-0 at one point. I can tell you that, if that helps you even in the least. That's all I got.
Pretty early, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
12 minutes on the clock. That's the last update I got on that. Next week, though, Bullet Central is the opponent. I think you mentioned it just a few minutes ago that they, the Lee kid, their quarterback, I think he's now a sophomore.
Yeah, yep.
He's a great basketball player.
Yep.
He's a great quarterback. He can sling it around.
He can run.
He can. That's exactly. Side bottom, I know, is their back, and he, if my memory's right from last year, will run you over.
Yep.
They probably have a bad taste in their mouth because you went up there and you smacked them when you played them there last year. How do you take the good things tonight? Because there were a lot of good things tonight.
Yep.
And just like at Butler County and just like in McLean and Marshall and so on, and how do you keep building on those good things before trying to go – because you can't go 2-0 without starting 1-0.
Absolutely. You know, Monday we'll come in and, you know, and watch the film and kind of go over, you know, some of the things that were common, you know, reoccurring issues, and we'll talk about them, and then we'll come out on the film or on the field and we'll spend some time kind of going over the game plan, you know, what we expect to see from their defense against our formations and their favorite formations and how we're going to line up to them. If we've got any checks that week, you know, as far as coverages or, you know, different things that we may check to certain formations and things like that, we'll kind of go over all those things. You know, I would say that, and I don't know this because I'm not with every other program, but I would say we're backwards from a lot of programs. Mondays for us is more of our walkthrough and mental day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're in full gear. And you know, most people are probably in pads on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then walking through things on Thursdays. And I just don't know that we're great practicers when we're not in full pads, and so. You know, the day before a game, I want to see things full speed, and, you know, we try to stay off the ground and that kind of stuff, but we need to be kind of at game speed and make sure things look the right way and everything like that. So, that's been the routine for the last 4.5 years, and we'll stick to it. It hadn't done us wrong yet, so we'll keep doing that. But the big thing is we will go over the things that were really, really good, and we will go over the things that were not so good. We don't want everything to be negative. We want them to hear the successful things, and so that they keep doing those things. But I told them, I said, come to work Monday open-minded and wanting to get better. I said, you've got to be able to hear those things and say, yep, you know what, you're right. I'm not doing that right. I need to do it better. Because if you come in with the mindset that I'm pretty good and I don't have much to learn, then you're going to be stagnant, and eventually it's going to catch up to you. So we got to keep getting better day by day and get ready for Bullitt Central. Like I said, they're going to be hungry. I don't know what their record is so far in the season, but they're another team that I'd say has marked us on the schedule as that's a team we got to get, because they gave us some issues last year up there. Of course, we had the bus ride up there, and there was a wreck on I-65, and we get there about 30 minutes before kickoff. So our routine, I'm a routine guy. Our routine's already messed up. We're scrambling. We start off slow, and they kind of hung with us for a little while, and then finally we opened some things up. But they're kind of a chippy team, and sometimes they're pretty vocal about it. I think they're heavily penalized in some games, so that's something else that we'll kind of have to address this week. Is play with the scoreboard, play with your pads, do all those things right, and in the end, I feel pretty good about us ending up on the right side of the scoreboard.
I don't know, though, Jake. Can we give a Hometown Hangout MVP to a guy who got a penalty tonight? Or a warning?
It's a warning.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he was going to correct
I definitely thought that I was getting a penalty, though, and I rightfully so. And I apologize to that official. But we did get tackled here next to the track, and they called it right the next time.
They did.
And I just don't think that they saw it, to be honest with you.
It was a hip drop type tackle.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it was. Yes,
it wasn't just a push. It was a.
And over here, way out of bounds. I mean, super late, and that's probably the only guy that could have seen it was maybe the back judge. Our sideline guy couldn't have seen it because the team was in front of him. But 100 out of 100 times, that's a penalty.
Mm-hmm. And they just didn't see it.
100 out of 100 times, I'm going to defend my guy, and you'll see me react that way every single time that one of our guys is on the wrong end of a situation like that. If it means I get a penalty, it means I get a penalty. But that's our quarterback and that's our dude, and we're not okay with that. I mean, that the guy should just let him go, and then they did it again, and I don't like those things. That's not part of the game. A yard out of bounds, then the tackles kind of starts in that bounds and things. That kind of stuff happens.
It does.
Way over by the track, that's not an accident.
No.
You're way out of there. And actually, I think he caught a little bit of the blacktop there.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Cut his elbow up. And, and like you said, it was kind of a hip drop tackle. I mean, that's just all the way around is dangerous. Anyways, I would rather you not give it to me.
We're not.
Okay, good.
We're not. We're not actually giving it to you.
Several guys that deserve it.
And we have a candidate in mind, but we got to make them wait until after the break to let them know that.
I understand. Got to keep them hanging on.
Yeah, right. That's what we call the tease in this business.
Yep.
Coach, congrats on the win. We'll
I
see you next
appreciate
week.
it.
That's head coach Brian Jones. Cougars win tonight by the final score of 28-27. We'll come back on the fifth quarter show after this.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
You're late. Again.
You are not living
Where have you
up to
been?
your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full potential.
Unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
On K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars win 28-27 against Louisville Moore. It's time, Jake, now to give away our hometown Hangouts MVP. Slide this chair out of the way here, Jake, and I'm leaving it up to you, even though you tried to give it to Coach Jones, but I'm saying because he got the warning, he is, by rule that I just made up, eliminated.
He is.
From that.
Yeah.
And that, I think he's out of eligibility.
I think so, too. You know, that was something that, and jokingly enough, he did do a great job there, but there was one guy we all had a consensus on who should get that, and you want me to?
Yeah, the hometown hangout MVP is?
Jet Hawkins. And, man, what a great game. As you stated, maybe it came from Travis. We'll give him that shout-out, but players make plays. And he came up big tonight. There's also a hometown connection there, right? Some family there to the ceremonies that were going on. It was a special night for him and in that family. And shout out to those guys. And man, what a great night it was. But Jed had a great game, and he's a great athlete. It was great to see him step up and make those big plays and have a great night.
Without question. So Jet Hawkins is our hometown hangout MVP from today's win against Louisville Moore. Running down how this game went along. Started off interception on the first drive. That's probably something we should have asked Coach Jones is the response in the first half. And that'll be something I'll probably have to talk to him next week, because you throw an interception on your first drive. First play, touchdown after two defensive plays for Moore. It was 7-0. Then you're starting to move the ball and a fumble happens. And you're thinking, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Then you force a punt. Caden Hanshaw scores back-to-back drives. You miss a field goal towards the end, but you led 14-7 at the half, and you thought, hey, you're feeling pretty good. And I told you off air, I said if Moore didn't score on their first drive, I felt really good. If they scored, I think we were in for a classic. And we were.
You called it there. And that was something, it was great to see the Cougars respond, because these are the games that pay off down the road as well. And as Coach Jones said, you know, you're grinding it out. His word, if they stick with it, is believe. And they had to believe all the way to the last play, you know, and so it was big.
The second half, 27-yard touchdown catch by Jackson made it 14-13. 7-yard touchdown run by Chaffins was then answered by a 65-yard touchdown run by Knuckles, and then we said, hey, let's just turn this into a heavyweight fight, boxing match, and let's just see how many left hooks we can land. Cade Hanshaw, 71-yard touchdown, 73-yard kick return on the other side, and then both teams said, you know what, I think we're done with the offense. 28-27. Jet Hawkins recovers the fumble. Jet Hawkins picks off a plot pass in the end and clinches a 28-27 victory for Grayson County against Moore. Next week, Cougars host Bullitt Central. Same time, same place, 6:30 Central kickoff, 6 o'clock locker room show, and Jake. This has been fun.
This
I
has
hope
been
you'll
a blast.
come back.
Yeah, if there's a spot open next week, I would love to join you again.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
That
I've
seat
enjoyed
is
it.
kept. We can even put your name on the back of it. If you want.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it. Again, thank you to you and your team and to Mark and all of you guys. You all do such a great job. It's always such a great broadcast, and I was thankful to be a part, thankful for the opportunity. So
especially if you keep bringing good games like this, because
Yeah.
here's the thing: like we had one color analyst last year who shall remain nameless, who came in for one game, and in that regular season, they went 0-1 in the games that he did. So I'm not sure that he's allowed back. So luckily you won today.
Luckily, we pulled out the victory there, and hopefully it's not a nail biter next week. I know we talked to Coach Jones, and that's something you can never relax as a coach on the sideline. And he said, we would score, take a deep breath, and then you're punching again. So it's tough, but I enjoyed it tonight.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I'm kidding, Roger. You're allowed back to at any time. But Grayson County wins today by the final score of 28-27. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Eli Hufflepuff Smith is around here somewhere, and Trey Cook. He was your director. So tonight, where Grayson County survives 28-27 against Moore. For Jake Clemens, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.